Whoa, hello. What's going on, everyone? My name's Fred. Welcome to the Family Cast. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day. Chat, how you doing? How you been? How's it hanging? Going to the left? Same. Before we get into by those pesky streamers, I just want to say I love you, chat. That's very wholesome. That's very wholesome indeed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It is Thursday. It says with some level of confidence. Thursday. And yeah, guys, what's up? How you doing? It is it's been a little bit of a busy one today. Trying to get some admin done and stuff like that. Answering some emails, getting some sponsor gigs in the bag. All those things that we really like to do. So yeah, we're just getting that shit done. Why am I getting emails from? Oh, what? Time to make an order. What the fuck? Get out of here. I saw the photo of the tacos. It's clearly a good day for you guys. Those are yesterday's tacos. Yes, it came out pretty good. So if you guys missed out on yesterday's tacos, I got a book from Emily. Danny Trejo's Tacos. And they're really good. It's actually really cool because before you even learn a single taco, you have to learn what pico de gallo is. And that is I read that and I was like, correct. Fucking correct. So yesterday I had a taco that was refried beans in the bottom, like smeared in the bottom. Then it had chipotle chicken on top. Everything's homemade. Chipotle chicken, and then the chipotle chicken tomato sauce out the pan, spread on top. Then some spicy cheddar cheese, and then it was the pico de gallo on top. And then you eat, and then you love life. You eat two, you're full, you're very happy. You go to eat a third, your stomach is too full, and you want to die. You pronounce pico de gallo? Ah, there you go. But I let the pronunciation slide. I am not Mexican, and I am not fluent in Spanish. Feels like a Friday, but yes, it's Thursday. It does feel like a Friday. It's really weird. If Trejo doesn't make them with a machete, I'm disappointed. I'm sure one of them, at least, he makes with a machete. There's a few sweet recipes in there for like donuts and stuff like that, so we might have to do some donut cooking. Just join. Why do we want to die? Eating too much good food, Ben? Eating too much good food. But yeah, chat. If you let me just close all these fucking tabs. If you guys haven't downloaded the chat extension, by the way, I recommend it. Family.tv/app. I'm pretty sure is what I did. I'm doubting myself now. Like, what do they upload those? But yeah, the extension is very, very good. There's also a link here. Nice. But yeah, if you go to family.tv/app, click the link, it'll auto redirect you. It's very, very good. I'm very pleased with the app. It's going really well. We're adding more and more things with like Florence bot integration. Like it's becoming a thing, man. I'm not gonna lie. We doing shit out here, bro. They got churros. They got I'll show you. Hang on. Without DMCAing myself. Let's say this is like a promo for the book. It still hasn't read them all yet. Oh my god, I opened it up to a random page and look what it was. So yeah, we've got original glazed. Dude, these are almost like sex. That's a spicy one. I probably shouldn't have had that one. Margarita donuts. The Abuelita? A donut topped with 2 kinds of chocolate. A creamy glaze plus a crunchy crumb topping. A very good donut. Yeah, they got nacho donuts. Vegan donuts even. There you go. Look, Danny Trejo. He's a woke god. We love Danny Trejo. And yeah, thank you for the 100 bits. Chat, by the way, if you live in Europe, bits are mad expensive right now. You can do text-to-speech with donos as well, by the way. Just to let you guys know. Because right now, oh my god, I literally wanted to give bits in someone's stream yesterday because they were doing something. And I was like, oh yeah, they're really expensive. Like, I was like, oh my god, there's so much. They're so expensive. Holy shit. Yeah, what was I was going to buy $15. I was going to buy $15 of bits for $21.84. So wait, 15 US dollars to Great British pounds. It's £12. £12.28. How much was I going to pay for them? $21.84. Oh my god. That's like, oh, that's so much money. That's like, okay, chat. I did the math. I did the monster math. Oh. Oh. Do you guys look? Listen.
Ah! No, I'm talking about things here. You can't do this to me.
There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. So the price I pay, the price bits cost, the amount of money just disappears. So yeah, fucking crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit. On top of the PayPal does the exactly, Scotty. It is fucking madness. So yeah, I stopped myself, and I think I sent like $5 instead, like via PayPal, and it worked out fine. It was good. They cost so much and give fuck all. You get like text to speech and stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, bits. I like bits. I like bits a lot. I think bits are very cool. I like the leaderboard. I like the badges. I like all that sort of stuff. But it's just too much, man. It's just too much. And like, yeah. On top of that, yeah, it's mad. Microsoft's are paying to update, but you can use the Chrome extension fine. Yes. Oh, the extension on Edge no longer works? For fuck's sake, like. So hang on. I have Edge installed. Friendly.tv/app. What does it take me? It takes me to Chrome. Install. Add extension. Then I go to friendly.tv/live. And then it works for me. Yeah, the Chrome extension works for me. On Edge. Yeah, the exchange rate's bad. Yeah, on the one on Edge is old, but it's a pain to update. Chrome one should work fine. Yeah, I just installed the Chrome. I installed the Chrome extension on Edge, and it works great. Like, I'm not even logged in, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, this is Edge, and it's all here. Boop. There you go. I know, right? Look at the colors. It works so good. I'm actually well chuffed that we got the colors working in the on-screen chat, in the actual chat. Colors. I'm logged in as Twitch London. Oh man, I didn't realize I was logged in as Twitch. No, I thought I was logged out, not logged in as Twitch London. Oh dear. Dude, I asked him to delete this account. What the fuck? It's so stupid. I told them delete this. So dumb, man. Whatever. Bottle, you think Twitch would do what you ask? Yeah, delete what? Delete the Twitch London Twitch account. I was like, delete. I should un-VIP Twitch London, actually. Free up a VIP spot. Sad. Sad, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, chat. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. Who do we have in the VIP section? Okay, we've got a few people. Do I know how many VIP slots I got left? Add new. No. Cancel. So if I go to bend over, I have 25 VIP butter slots left. I think that's alright. I think that's pretty good. I think we'll get by with 25 slots. And there's plenty of people I can un-VIP.
And people want you to log in with Tufa despite just logging in again and again and again.
2 hours later.
So, Vilkrin, the good thing is with the new donation system, you can just use your card. So I've actually added it so that you can just use card. So you don't have to give via PayPal anymore. You can give directly via card. So it's all good in the hood. Basically, I'm just trying not to like I'm just trying to like provide more way. You guys donate however you want to, by the way. You guys do whatever you want. If you want to use bits, use bits. If you want to use PayPal, use PayPal. If you want to use your card, use card. If you want to give subs, give subs. If you don't want to do any of that and you just want to be a tier 1 just sitting there enjoying life, do that too. It's all good in the hood. We Gucci. I just want to make sure that we all the options are just there. IRL donation. I've had a few IRL donations, especially at Twitch London. All right, let's close all these tabs. I've got so many tabs open. Jesus Christ, have you seen the shit about Andrew Tate, by the way? I don't even want to read it. It's really dark. It's super dark. Can I donate negative money? You could try. Tell you what, Siobhan, try and donate like a negative £100. See what happens. Just see what happens. Maybe money will come out of my account. Exclusive. Vice World News has obtained WhatsApp messages and voice notes sent by Andrew Tate to women who accused him of a 2013 sexual assault. She said police told her they believed her account, but authorities declined to prosecute. Yeah, so they've literally got like a text message from him saying, "I love R-wording you." It's dark, man. It's dark, dude. What the fuck? And what the fuck's wrong with the British police, man? What they were like, nah, just don't fancy prosecute. I just don't fancy it today. Do you fancy doing a prosecution, Dave? Nah, me neither. Nah, I'm just gonna leave it today. We'll just let him move to Romania instead. It's fucking insane. Eastern European justice working well there. Then this is our justice, Scotty. The Romanian justice is going great. They're actually doing shit. They're actually getting shit done. So Tate was arrested on suspicion of sexual assault and physical abuse in 2015, following separate allegations by two other complainants. In 2019, the Crown Prosecution Service declined to pursue charges against Tate for any of these allegations. The women who supplied police with the messages sent by Tate said the police told her charges were not brought because there was an ounce of doubt in the case. Who cares about an ounce of doubt? I swear to God. Among the dozens of messages and voice notes reviewed by Vice World News that Tate sent, you want to say taint? The woman is a voice note in which he appears to admit that he did it, saying, "Am I a bad person? Because the more you..." Anyway, not gonna read the rest of that. It's fucking dark, bro. It's like so grim. This guy, I genuinely fucking hope that he gets put away for a very fucking long time. Yeah, unless they're making money from a speed camera, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, 100%. It's so fucking crazy. And like they waste their, they had messages, man, but they're like, there's like a 4% chance that he didn't do it. I'm like, so? I don't know. But there's like multiple people and shit like that. I really hope the Romanian police just put this motherfucker away. I really hope that he just Romanian prison is ranked as one of the worst in the world. Romanian prison. Romanian prisons continue to face extensive challenges. The Council of Europe's Committee for the Prevention of Torture has called upon Romanian authorities to vigorously pursue and reform the prison system to address some serious and persistent shortcomings. In its report on the ad hoc visit to Romania carried out from the 10th to the 21st of May 2021, 2 years ago now, well, yearish, which focused on the treatment of prisoners held in prisons and police establishments. The CBT urged authorities to take action as a matter of priority in a number of areas. These include improving living conditions, offering a range of purposeful activities to help prisoners prepare for reintegration into the community, increasing prison... So I really hope he goes there. Like, it seems like Romanian prison is awful and inhumane. If there's anyone who deserves to be there, it's Andrew Tate. Yeah, I would honestly, KHMP1, I 100% support that. Fuck the police, bro. Fuck the police, man. Fuck the police. Let me be the first to say, fuck the police. And I say, verily, fuck the police. But yeah, I really hope these women get some justice in the sense that like maybe they get some satisfaction from him going to Romanian prison. Yeah, apparently a bunch of like people are pulling out of like the influencer boxing matches. I don't really know why, and at this point, I just don't care. Like it seems like all these like influencers are like, yeah, we're boxers now. It's like, why are we boxers now? It looks like Tesla fuckwits have as many brain cells as the CEO does, because I nearly wiped one out that decided to try and overtake me, a 17-meter Arctic truck, and 4 cars behind me while there was traffic oncoming the other way. Had to dominate the road, take half of the other lane to stop the fucking idiot, taking out the other traffic, shat themselves, and slammed the anchors on. Jesus Christ. Who's shocked that Tesla drivers aren't very good drivers, though? Anyone who buys a car with the intention of, like, the car driving itself eventually is like, well, you can't be the best driver then. Hey, Jackal. Hey, Lamatilli. How you doing? It's good to see you. So many yellow names in chat today. So many Dinkle extended lovely people. Love to see it. But yeah, there's not been a ton of stuff going on. I actually want to talk about one thing that seems to have happened in GTA Roleplay, but I'm going to save that until Emily gets here, because it's really quite interesting. Did you guys hear this T-Pain thing, though? This actually had me cracking up. I'm not going to lie. Pause music. Come over here. Switch camera. Hide Emily's camera. This thing. I can't hear a thing. Can you, chat? Did I not do my banana?
Okay, here's a big problem of mine. I can't bring myself, and I don't know why, and I need to, is the crazy thing.
I was echoing. Sorry, there's a problem with the way I've got the audio set up right now. I just need to adjust a couple of things. There we go. It's the problem with like making TikTok content. Dude, honestly, mood. I genuinely, I don't know how people just fucking sit there with their phone like. It's like, bro, put the fucking phone down. Yeah, TikTok, if you're on the wrong parts of TikTok, it can be really obnoxious. The chair slide away. I like T-Pain a lot. He's a really good dude. He's got some good memes. What else we got going on? We got Moon wife reveal. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. It's just all Forzen. I don't get the Forzen thing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm such a boomer. I just don't get it. I'm so old. Every time I see Forzen, I'm sort of like, why does like the most, in my opinion, the most boring streamer have like the most rabid fan base? I don't get it. But like, I obviously don't get it. I'm a boomer. I'm too old. Fully concede. Yeah, it's been a pretty boring 24 hours. I'm not gonna lie. Apparently, Kiwo has made a Kiwo has made a PNG tuber, and I'm really confused. It's just. We love Kiwo. We stan Kiwo. So yeah, it's one of the best uses of PNG tubing I've ever seen in my life. Music. Yeah. But I'm not 100% sure what we're doing today, chat. So we're just vibing today, okay? We're just gonna just go along with whatever vibe takes us, okay? Chat, don't forget the stretch, by the way. The wrong parts of TikTok are the wrong parts of society. I sometimes lose my algorithm on TikTok. So I have a very strong algorithm where like half of all of my videos on TikTok are just cats. And I genuinely think that if half, or I'd say if 25% of your videos, at least 25%, aren't cats, that's a red flag in my opinion. I think if I know you and it isn't a cat video one out of every 4, I feel like we just won't get along. So yeah, that's kind of me. I'm on 50%. Like I swipe cat video, swipe no cat, swipe cat. Love it. Best part of my day, looking at cats online. But sometimes TikTok is like, yo, we have no idea who you are. We have no idea what you're into. And we have no idea where you're from. So sometimes I just get these like really weird Chinese TikToks, and sometimes I get on Vietnamese TikTok. One time I ended up on Indian TikTok, and I was so confused. I was like, why? What's going on? Here's a cat. All right, let's have a look. This is a good cat. Makes a lot of good points. Indian food TikTok though, not even. Just like random Indian TikTok where some dad is filming himself like clapping along to the television. It's weird. It's like it doesn't make any sense. It's not even entertaining. It's not even good. It's literally just some like old dad just fucking watching something on TV, filming himself, being like, oh. And it's like I'm like, why am I here? What is going on? Are you sleep talking? No, I'm not. Genuinely, it just forgets me sometimes. I end up on a lot of like K-pop TikTok sometimes, and then when the algorithm remembers who I am, not a single bit of music TikTok. I do not care about music TikTok. No. You know, you've hit North Korean TikTok. It's recipes for cats. Scotty, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. You need five times more chill from Scotty Doggy right now, okay? Fred, have you read about D&D license uproar? Dude, I have, and it fucking sucks. Wizards of the Coast, just like fucking money grabbing right now is so shitty, bro. It's like, so right now, if you guys don't know, RGB fans irate as D&D tries to shut its open game license. So back in the day, if you guys don't know this, Dungeons & Dragons is like a big old rule set. It's got all the sort of like mathematics behind it. It's got all like sort of like what you can do, what you can't do sort of thing, the classes, the rules. And so for a long time, they've been like, yo, as long as you own a copy of our shit, you can use, bruh, background audio? Oh, sorry, I didn't know what I have open. Sorry. You thought it was just you? What was it? What have I got open? Oh, I've got some random TikTok open because I was talking about TikTok. Sorry. And so yeah, if you as long as you had D&D, the Dungeons and Dragons rulebook and all that sort of shit, you could do whatever you want.
Jump scare. Just laughing. Like everyone's like, because I was just a body.
Oh,
Like,
you just booty.
No, I was the whole. When you went to the main screen, so it was just.
All right, sorry, my bad. Emily looking fit. Emily's always looking fit. So yeah, for decades now, Wizards of the Coast had made its core framework of its popular Dungeons & Dragons RPG, D&D as it's referred to colloquially, widely available to other game makers as part of an expansive royalty-free open game license, OGL, but a planned update to the license imposes more restrictive terms and royalties of 25%. So this is kind of the big issue, right? Is that like it's not 25%. So if you make a campaign on D&D, or you make a D&D alternative, like you make your own expansion to D&D where it goes off in a different direction, but you still use the core fundamentals of D&D, you now owe them 25% of all your sales. Not 25% of your profits, 25% of all your sales. And that's insane. Because 25% for one is insane. It's like so much. It's like a huge chunk. 25% is I honestly, 25% is such a huge chunk. It really shows you that Twitch is taking 50% is a joke. Anyway, the reported changes have some in the tabletop gaming community up in arms. The one organized group already calling the unreleased license update a betrayal. It is a betrayal because the previous license was perpetual. And objectionable, if not downright illegal. So yeah, it might be illegal. Drama, Tilbo, always. So yeah, Wizards of the Coast original open gaming license version 1.0a dates back to the early 2000s and establishes a relatively forgiving set of guidelines for creators helping to build new creative content on top of the core D&D rules. There's kind of things that you do need to own a copy of the D&D rule set. That's why they released D&D 1, D&D 2, all the way up through, I think, 4. I think the most recent version of D&D is 4, but I could be wrong. I'm not an avid D&D'er myself. And so it really sucks because it was a really good way of making D&D super relevant and super, like, was it D&D 5e is the new one? Fair enough. And so it was like, oh yeah, D&D will never not be the rule set, the framework for all of these campaigns and all of these new games that are opening up because it's open, right? As long as you own the manual, that they sell manuals like a motherfucker, right? And you get the player's handbook, and you want to own the player handbook because you want to plan out your character really fucking carefully. You know if you're doing a serious campaign, you want to know everything you can do. And so it wasn't just for like the dungeon masters; it was for the players as well. And now the only thing I can imagine is that this is a community of people who make their own campaigns. You think they're not going to make their own rulebook? You think they're not going to make... this is D&D, right? You think they won't make dungeons, necromancers, and dongas, and call it D&D? You know what I mean? Like, hey, D&D is different than D&D. Like, dude, you're playing with fire, man. There are so many other systems. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This community is a community that there's like such a big community online, and obviously the online space bleeds into the real life. So people are just gonna make their own shit. The people are just gonna all right, fine. Wizards of the Coast, you're done now. We're out. Peace. Because no one can afford 25% of all sales. 25% of profits is insane. 25% of all sales. No. So yeah, the Electronic Frontier Foundation explains in a recent article, agreeing to that the original OGL license provided content creators with a reasonable idea of what the terms... Silly Plonker with the 21 months. Thank you, Silly Plonker. Thank you for the Prime. Pushing the sub count up by 1. Appreciate you. You're the best. Wizards of the Coast will choose not to sue you, so you can avoid having to prove your fair use rights or engage in an expensive legal battle over copyright in court. In the ensuing decades, tabletop RPGs like Pathfinder, 13th Age, have relied on the open game license as a legal framework. By the way, these are full companies in their own right, by the way. These are people who have employees. They do a lot of stuff. And it's... The companies are maybe not going to be able to operate anymore. It's insane. On which to build games and businesses. Update the original version of the story listed Call of Cthulhu as an OGL-based game. The title uses Chaos and basic role-playing engine as Ars regrets the era. So this proves that there are alternatives, right? So yeah, we're taking our ball back. So it sucks. I don't really see. It feels much like the top of Twitch, where it's a bunch of people who want to earn as much money as possible, but have no idea about the culture of Twitch. So you've got a bunch of people who are like making decisions. These really outdated ideas are being implemented onto Twitch, and people are like, like, I wonder why these ideas aren't working. Do you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you need people who know what D&D is actually, people who are involved in the community, to help you monetize D&D more if you want to make more money. You want to make more money? Get clever. Don't then turn your back on the community. Like, it's crazy, man. I can't believe it. It's such a shooting yourself in the foot situation. You're going to take yourself. Everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, I remember we used to play in D&D. Oh yeah, that was a time back in the back in the 2020s. Oh well, we're on open dungeon now. Like, yeah, crazy. Hey, Em.
Hi, it's me. I know you're all shocked. Me on the stream, etc. But it's true.
An artist.
It's all gone corporate, hasn't it?
Yes.
Well, that's the thing is D&D's hot right now, and they're like, how do we make money off D&D being hot right now? That's basically it.
So yeah, this is a
Chat.
little.
I always feel like I'm hanging off the edge of the screen. I'm coming in.
Yeah, you always all hang
I
out.
fucking hate it. Every time I look back at the stream, I'm always dangling off the edge like it's my last minute. There's not enough room. We need smaller chairs. I'm not dangling any longer. I'm moving in. Well, it's also because Fred often like changes the camera. And right now, if you change to my camera, you get. Oh, I'm still there. I thought you were straight up when you're gonna get shoulder. Who am I kidding? I don't have enough shoulder for there to only be shoulder. Anyway, coming back. Sorry, I became hysterical. Sorry, chat. You know what it's like with a woman on board. Just.
Eventually, we'll have more room, and I'll be able to actually like have the cameras back away from the desk a little bit, so there'll be a wide.
Any minute now,
The
chat.
field of view will be even wider.
But I would like to say, thanks, Silly Plunker. Your sub, which, by the way, happened because Silly Plunker was like, why am I seeing an advert? So, ads working as intended. Subbed.
all about
Gave
the
me
angle
some
of the
free
angle.
Jeff Bezos money. Mate, I've not heard Angle of the Dangle in such a long time.
Yeah. Chat. Speaking of, I did.
No! I mean, yay,
yourselves
thank you.
geese, or chew a carrot, or something hideous.
Adiv, 55 months. Thank you,
Woo!
brother. I
Oh my
appreciate it.
gosh.
Hey, chat. You know what happens when we get tier 3, right?
That's a game giveaway!
Oh, your gosh, by the way?
Woo! I saw a. This is the stupidest TikTok, but I saw it last night. I've not stopped thinking about it. So I saw a TikTok where somebody was saying, like doing a little sort of skit where they die and they go to heaven and they're like in heaven and they're like, God, what's with like depression and illness and stuff like that? And they were like, and God was like, oh, that's just to remind you to choke a goose. You know, you shouldn't have noticed that too much. And they were like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I was sick all the time. Everyone was dying. We got depression like out the wazoo.
God, why?
And and God was like, what? What do you mean you're all experiencing that? That was just a little thing I put you in to remind you to strangle a goose. And he was like, what the hell do you mean? I don't know anyone who's ever strangled a goose. And he was like, goose suck. Nobody likes geese. He was like, exactly. That's why I made them that way. And then they were like, what?
You haven't been choking your geese?
Yeah, and they were like, what do you mean? Why would anyone choke a goose? They were like, look at that long, skinny neck. It's so chokeable, and they're so rude and annoying. You should have just strangled a goose. And I was like, I mean, is it worth a shot? No, I'm not going to strangle any geese. I love a goose. But it did make me giggle. They're like, you know, the idea that there's something coded in that we've just all missed over the years, you know?
Get a haircut, you hippie. No. You first, John.
Yeah!
Yeah. You first, you little shit.
You little
yeah,
shit.
little. That's what I said, little, John. You're small.
Yeah, if we cut you in half, you'd be a reasonable size. Open season ostriches and swans then too. Swans are just geese with style, okay? There is literally no difference. Like, oh, I have a slightly bigger body and a slightly longer neck. Good for you.
I saw this interesting thing, chat. So someone came in, I think it was Swill. I don't know, maybe I'm misappropriating, miscrediting this discovery.
That's
but
fine.
someone came in and...
Ah! That was art. Good job.
So someone in yesterday's stream came in, they were like, yo! By the way,
Yo!
Johnny, you want a free game, by the way?
Now, this is a story. Sorry.
When did Twitch start displaying the chat history of channels?
And we did not realise that we had that for a year.
Over.
And no one else had it.
Yeah, we
Only 5% of Twitch users had it.
Only 5% of people on Twitch had that feature. So it came out in like 2021, like mid 2021. So for like a year and a half, we've had the feature, and it was only like I said, only 5% of people.
Bloody cat! Carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so I really like the feature. It's really interesting. But I actually found an old Reddit thread from December 17th, 2021, from someone who used to work at Twitch. So he said, early at Twitch, we thought we'd be heroes for adding chat history on load. So you'd land on a channel and you'd already see recent chat messages instead of just a big white box as new ones come in. Everyone was asking for it. It was simple to build. Easy win, we thought. No. We built it and launched it to 1% as an experiment. hypothesizing that it would increase chat participation. But it decreased chat participation, so we shelved it, and that's where we are today. And this is back in 2021. They've released it to 60% of people now. Why? We never learned. Maybe people don't want to feel like they're interjecting, or maybe they feel bad for an apparently dead chat and want to spark it. Maybe something else. This still hits me weird. Users we heard from were actually happier to have the feature, even as they, as a whole, chatted less. And I feel like this is like ignoring the power of lurkers, by the way. I sometimes see this as a failure for blindly following data without context. Sometimes as a success for seeing the difference between what users say versus what they want. Between what users say they want versus what will actually make them happy, a notoriously wide gap. Or it could have been the case of a loud minority of users wanting/liking it, but on the whole, it actually had some really bad quality that didn't bug people enough to speak up, or exclusively bugged people who were not invested enough to speak up. If you ended up in an experiment, I'd love to hear your thoughts, but this is from like a million years ago. And I was like, I don't think they gave it enough time. They didn't give it enough time for people to really get used to the idea that there was like more chat now.
Yeah.
And they're releasing it even more widely now. So it must be, maybe the reception is different now. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say maybe like the experience is that people chat less, but they spend more time in the stream. You know what I mean? Maybe it increases other things, like people click away less quickly, but they speak less. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. That is interesting, though.
It is interesting.
Well, it's hard to like. Sorry, I think I have a cat hair up my nose. It's hard to assess what's the word? It's hard to assess what
will work for the users and what won't work for the users.
All the data means sometimes. Like, if it's straight up, like, when you see more messages, you chat less, that may seem like a bad thing, but it may also increase other stuff. I mean, I'm personally pleased that it exists. I like knowing what I'm coming into. The number of times that people come in, hear us say something, and are like, what the hell is going on here? It can be quite helpful to have context.
Yeah, I think it's great. Even though it often misses messages or two when you join. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not going to be perfect, but like I still think it's better. Better TV have literally had that since 2014, so that cunt is up their ass. Yeah, it just feels like a little bit misguided, I think, and I think Twitch kind of resent the fact that Better Twitch TV even exists.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch has always been like that.
I think that's why emotes got so devalued.
Yes,
is because they were like, well, Better Twitch TV have already devalued emotes anyway.
Yeah, but the thing is, most people aren't using Better Twitch TV. What is going on with this top? It's because I was wearing a red hoodie over it, so now it's covered in red fluff. Frick.
Oh dear. You have an emote, and you have an emote. Yeah, back in the day,
that's the thing.
Emotes were really exclusive, and now Better Twitch TV is so... there's even a chat app you can get on your phone that has Better Twitch TV integration, and if I can remember what it's called, I'll let you know. But yeah,
I do think it's different when they're baked into Twitch.
Yeah.
When it's one of my emotes, rather than an emote that I could ban or add or change at any time. Like if it's an emote that I paid for, but now when you bake loads of emotes into Twitch, it's basically creating an environment where it's like, oh, I already have loads of emotes without subbing. But like with Better Twitch TV, you don't even know what emotes are on what channel. So you can say, oh, it devalues emotes. But I've gone into channels and been like, clap, and they don't even have a clapping emote. And I'm like, I've embarrassed myself. I've just written clap.
I've just written clap. What the fuck?
It's not the same, in my opinion.
I've done that a lot of times as well.
No, where I'm trying to be, literally, where I'm trying to be like encouraging, and I'm like, oh god, there's nothing there. So yeah, that kind of sucks.
But for my Android users, and maybe even my iPhone enemies, it's an app called Frosty, Frosty, Frosty. It's a really good Twitch viewing app, and it has Better Twitch TV integration straight away. So there you go.
Stay frosty.
Surely avoiding the clap is a good thing. Twitch banned JustKeth1, who's a woman, for 3 days because she showed her feet on stream. Reason: offering sexual content.
Yes!
That's interesting.
Don't you show those... Yeah, but there's a lot of foot there. I mean, I'm barely controlling my boner.
So she has a wheel that she spins, which is 5 squats, answer DMs, crab dance, debated, ask Instagram, give out 100...
But I think it's money.
But, oh yeah. 20 jumping jacks, VIP 1 stream, show feet. And so she showed her feet.
Finally, the wheel landed on feet, and they were like, report. My
So-
boner can only get so strong.
I don't know. It's weird. Oh, do we? I guess. Is it being shown? I'm.
She showed the whole soul, Fred. It's not just some toes, Fred. We all know what the whole soul means. I mean, I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not. I mean, I don't. It's weird, man. I'm like, are we sexualizing feet these days? Okay, fair enough.
But the thing is, right, saying like jumping jacks, people could be like, that's sexual. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I do think if Twitch want to say no feet, okay, you can say no feet. Like, it's not like there's a lot of like foot content creators out there.
Slippery stuff with body
But
regulation.
it does feel a little bit weird that all she did was show her foot. She wasn't like rubbing fucking lube all over it and like wanking it off or something.
She just sort of grabbed her leg and she was sort of like, here you go, and then just put it back down. It's weird.
You've got sock on, so I think you'd be safe.
Astonished face, OHMYGOD, tired face, BIGDRAMA, mind blown, NOTCLICKBAIT, volcano,
Don't!
ACTUALLYPROBABLYCLICKBAIT.
I'm very worried about the use of the volcano emoji.
Oh my god, hotter than the volcano in this stream chat.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I get that maybe if you were sitting there massaging your foot on camera, that might be a bit like, calm down. But I do think that just showing a foot,
Yeah.
come
it's
on.
weird. It is weird.
Especially like, okay, so you can't show foot, but you can bikini hot tub.
So she got banned for offering sexual content. So if I stood up and walked to the kitchen to get a drink, which I will do in a second, and I'm not wearing any, I'm barefoot right now, I'm not going to get banned because I'm not offering that as a bit of.
Fred's not saying, I will show foot.
So yeah.
So that's why I couldn't have Shimmy for 15 subs.
Ah.
But if coincidentally everybody gave 15 subs and I was just shimmying the whole time, what can I say? You know? No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, go get some food on the wheel. Yeah. I mean, that would be lit, though. But Fred, I mean, if Fred lay down, presented both of his feet to the camera, then rolled away, that might be like, that might be too far. Oh my God. Dude, those trousers are showing some booty. Get that foot out of here. I saw that. He's a slut. Fred shows soul, not soul. Yes. We've got a member of the Killers in the chat.
Was that showing booty?
You better not be wearing grey sweatpants, though, says Rocket Launched.
I am.
Woo!
These, okay, chat. I want you guys to appreciate my 111-pound tracksuit bottoms I bought today. Right? Chat, your boy, these are 111 pounds. That I got from TK Maxx for 24 pounds.
Woo! Yeah, we went to TK Maxx. Never heard of it. Go yeah, no, we went to TK Maxx. TK Maxx is lit. That's more like it.
And they show off the booty. Not even very well. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
then eyes popping.
It looked.
Ah! No. Look, Fred paid legitimately. Oh.
Call the police. I'm a jippo. You can't call the police on me.
Mate.
I might get banned for that.
Fred would like to make a statement that he was only using a slur that applies to him.
Yes.
Ooh, I look good from this side. Let's keep it this way.
I am a gypsy by blood, so it's not. I can. There is a precedent on Twitch for being disparaging against your own race. So
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you. Yeah, they're weighted tracksuit bottoms. He's gonna have mad legs in no time. But yeah, I also had one other thing that I wanted to show.
Yeah, what is this? I've been looking over, really confused. The entire time I've just been like, look at so Emily's just had ears on her screen the entire time. I've been like, why? What's
This is
going
the new
on?
kind of sexual content. So, somebody, and by somebody I mean the fuck. Oh fuck! I'm sliding all over the place. Right.
You know what? I'm just gonna move the camera just like so it faces there a little bit more. There you go. Now you can scoot back into your. Yeah, you can shimmy and I'll scoot.
I'm sliding over.
Yeah.
This is the best day of my life. So, Somebody tweeted out, this, to be clear, this is not an advert for earlobe rejuvenation,
cosmetic
which I just
lane.
discovered is a thing. It said, earlobe rejuvenation, sparkle? Earlobes change with age like anything else. What are you type? Woo! There's beeping.
I'm not sure why there's
Hang
beeping.
on, we're under attack. It's not actually attack, but Sticky Keys has gone mad. What are you sticking?
Nothing. Where's the... Okay, I think this keyboard's on. I think my little wireless keyboard was buried under some stuff and some keys
It
got
was getting
pressed.
sticky keyed. Oh my god.
Off.
Off. Done. Problem solved. So, back to earlobe
There we go.
rejuvenation. Right. Earlobes... Earlobe rejuvenation, sparkle. Earlobes change with age like anything else. They become... they can become droopy. They can deflate. They can even develop folds and seem collapsed. Fortunately, earlobes can be rejuvenated with filler or surgery. Thank God, right? I think we're all happy. I was just kidding. I think we're all happy to know that your earlobes can be saved. But then this woman, Kate, comes in and says, California's about to wash out to sea.
No! I'm already insecure. Don't make my earlobes white.
Trying to lose weight. There we go. Skinny.
So, California is about to wash out to sea, and you're trying to make people care about a few millimeters on their earlobes, says Kate.
That's a good point.
What exactly do you want us to do, Kate? Did you want me to get a bucket and put the water back? We're simply trying to do our job. And I'm not gonna lie, it absolutely killed me.
That's actually really good.
Oh, there's actually more.
Oh, is there more?
There's more. So then somebody else said, have you tried not posting? And they're like, what have you done for California?
That's a fair point.
What have you done for our elders besides peddle nonsense about their saggy ears? I've never been in a situation where I genuinely agree with everybody posting.
I agree with everyone.
Obviously, earlobe posts are idiotic, but at the same time, it's literally the cosmetic lane.
No one and everyone is the asshole.
Yeah. Literally. And they're like, they reply being like, sometimes it's really hard to ignore every single comment. And I'm like, this is the problem. This gets every single creator that I know, every single content like management person that I know at some point is like, I'm up to my fucking tits with Kate and her fucking oceans. I can't do anything about it. And I'm like, you're not wrong, but it did make me laugh. And yeah, they kind of been put on blast. So shout out to the cosmetic lane and all of our saggy earlobes.
And now
What's wrong, darling?
I never even thought about my earlobes before. But
Your earlobes. No, those are plump.
Are we doing it?
Plump.
Chat, how are we doing?
Luscious.
Oh, they look alright,
Fred,
right?
I'm not going to be rude to you. I love you with all my heart. But if the first cosmetic surgery you get in your whole life, if the first one you get is earlobe rejuvenation, I will leave you.
Emily.
Not if you get your earlobes rejuvenated, that is your right. But that cannot be the top priority.
We'll do it now to test your love.
Just come back. Look how plump my ears are. They're the plumpest ears.
New domain to buy? Hell yeah, dude. So, okay.
Fred'sPlumpLobes.com.
So, one thing I want to show you guys, and this is actually a bit mad, is so I don't know what caused this. I don't know why this streamer went off the rails.
Yeah.
It seems like, and I'm sorry that the only context I have is a fucking is a restream of XQC's fucking stream when he watched it, which is really annoying. But there's a
Well, talking of drama, but yeah,
there's a streamer called Vivian.
yes.
Who did GTA roleplay, which is famously really good for your mental health.
Famously, everyone doing roleplay is chill all the time.
Yeah, role players are just relaxing. They don't get there's no drama. Everyone just gets along. GTA roleplay, really chill. Says no one ever. It's literally the most drama-filled bullshit I've ever seen in my life. So this one woman, she's a GTA role player. She gets around 500 viewers, right?
Yeah,
So,
which is like solid, but not like top level for roleplay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like roleplay has quite a big community of viewers.
In the last 3 months, her average viewers is 719. Very good. She peaks out at like 2,000 viewers.
Probably a cheeky raid.
Yeah, cheeky. Yep, sure. We love cheeky raids. We stand a cheeky raid.
I'm always open for a cheeky raid just in case.
And so so she's gained like in the last 3 months, she's gained 1,400 followers. Lovely. 181,000 hours watched.
Loads of them.
720 average viewers. She streamed 252 hours. She hasn't streamed a ton. She's done 47 streams, which isn't loads.
No.
But she is now banned from NoPixel. She's banned from the server.
For those of you who don't know NoPixel, it's basically the biggest roleplay server and one of the OGs.
Yeah.
Of the roleplay world.
So
getting banned on there, getting on there is difficult.
Yeah,
as far as I know. Getting banned on there.
Yeah, we're good.
I mean, I don't know how difficult it is, but it sucks.
Well, it's you don't want to get permanently banned. So Vivian, she gone.
And she's been there since 2018. That's tough.
So
she's an OG.
She streams in a group called a UK group called Brethrens or something like that.
Mandem, innit?
Mandem, that's
Mandem.
it. Brethrens. And and so she just had a moment on her stream. And I'm sorry.
She had a bit of a meltdown.
I'm sorry to expose you to XQC.
XQC warning.
I don't know if we.
It's fine, whatever.
I don't know if there's another.
No, not Monden, Mandem. No, it's fine. It'll be fine. Look, do you want us to dick around and find another link? No. We're gonna watch it real quick. It's like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, you guys will be fine. Okay, you guys will be fine.
I'm sure it's archived elsewhere, but we'll survive. We will survive.
So.
Ah!
Tell you what.
Chat, don't panic. Don't panic.
Chat, no one panic.
No one panic. It's gonna be fine.
No one panic. Everyone, we all chilling. We all chilling. Okay.
I know you're not fans. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay. We've been cleansed. We've been cleansed.
Are you all happier now? Good.
You feeling better? Good.
Okay.
Breathe into bit back.
So.
Who like little fucking bitches.
Can't hear shit,
you're
mate.
white, you're Caucasian, you never
Bad
will have
news.
any
I can't hear it.
Wait.
It's Fred's fault.
It's a good question. What's the context? The funny thing about that is that the only James we know is black.
James Dean! What about James Dean? XQC, why are you the way you are? Jesus.
He could have said James L. Jones. He could have said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, who asked? Fair. So, that's Vivian. She does some streams.
She's breaking the internet.
People
are having a breakdown.
Everyone is going on about her being racist. Now, I want to point out, right?
Yeah.
Racism is systematic. Racism is a social construct with the powers that be subjugating those that, and all that sort of stuff. So she's mostly, at worst, she's being cringe.
She's cringe and a bit rude, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the context is. I will say we spent some time trying to find the context, but unfortunately, everyone's just too busy having hysterics about it, so I don't even know who she's talking to. That being said, she has been banned from NoPixel. She has deleted her Twitter.
She doubled down on Twitter before she deleted her Twitter.
Yeah, I want to get away from this. Your wish is granted.
So
Peachy.
Hey, Peachy.
Shadow Tactics.
I nearly
Nice.
switched t-shirt, but I think you've already got one, so you're cool. But it seems like
Scooty Puff Senior said a chat had said something and she responded.
yes, it seems like she's had a fucking enough. And that's the context. That's the only bit of context I can seem to find.
Yes.
Is that she is like streaming GTA Roleplay. She's getting into tons of drama. Apparently she's ended a bunch of streams in the past crying, being like, I can't do this anymore. And the only bit of context I have...
That is not good.
Is that she's basically over it's just too much.
Yeah.
And she's basically... She kind of had she snapped a little bit, right? And I think when I've always had a problem with GTA Roleplay of people role-playing a race they aren't.
Yeah.
I've always had a problem with like there have been people who it seems perfectly fine in GTA Roleplay to be white and to be like, yo, what up, home slice? How you doing? It's like Christ.
I mean, I'll admit you kind of sounded more you sounded more New York than you did like...
I can't do accents, and we've covered this, okay?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Fred straight up sounded like a man called Vinny. I'm like, Fred, you can't roleplay Italian. You're not Italian. No, but you know what I mean. I guess.
Yeah.
No, but I get what you're saying, and I appreciate you trying. But yeah, there is an issue where GTA roleplay seems to have a mostly white audience also streamers. And at the same time, they want to represent that, like, LA. Like,
so, yeah.
LA is not white.
I find it deeply offensive when people with fake accent. And you for speaking up.
Thank you, XQC.
Yeah, so I remember one time I tuned into a GTA roleplay. It was a white woman who I don't think roleplays anymore, and she was like walking down the street with an ultra sassy black character, and she went, "Nuh-uh, honey," and I went, "Ah!" I closed the tab immediately. I was like, "No!" I was like, "Ah!" And yeah, I just found it really weird. So I do understand that if you are. I don't know if that's the reason. I don't know. All I'm saying is, if you're a black role player, I can understand why you would break.
Be done with this.
Yeah, I can understand
and
why.
If she's been doing this on No Pixel since 2018, that is a long time. I also understand the frustration of probably seeing people blow up bigger than you, who you don't feel like deserved it. You know, you can't deny that there's a certain bubble.
As bad as the Daisy category was, roleplay community is worse.
Way worse.
So people will be messaging you, being like, "Why are you streaming during my time slot? What the fuck are you doing?" All this sort of shit. And it's, I don't really... God. Someone fucking backed up her entire VOD, so that's great.
Yeah. Are you okay? You having some personal issues?
I'm like fucking...
Do you want to turn away and I'll whack you on the back?
No. I think I'm allergic to like this level of drama and level of like this. Yeah.
So the thing is,
there was a day where she spent like an hour in her chat talking about her hate for white people. The logs are out there, kind of shit that would have gotten you permabanned from Twitch.
Shit, that's Filkrin.
And he's the one who fucking kind of shit you probably would have got a permaband from Twitch instantly, and the ADL phoning every journalist if it were about race. Oh, okay, this is person being
yeah, people keep being like, "Oh, if you did this to another race," I'm like, "Yeah, but that's for a reason, right?" Yeah. Like it
also,
is.
She didn't say anything that bad.
Well, I think what they were saying is the old VOD was so bad.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm not sitting here particularly worried about her opinions on white people.
No, I'm not.
Like, I don't care. It is irrelevant. I think that it's sad to see somebody being pushed to the fucking edge of their sanity, and I think that it really sucks that it got to this point where she's been banned everywhere, rather than her being able to step back, relax, like maybe lower her stress a bit, or maybe find, you know, more people who actually like are decent in the roleplay community or whatever.
I feel really
because
bad for
I
her.
personally think with this kind of community, the minute that you are known to be somebody who's going to fly off the handle, more and more people will come to poke you.
100%.
It's why Fred and I are like stoic in the face of like trolling and shit. When people come in and say really rude shit, Fred, why'd you look like this? Emily, why'd you look like that? Or like we get racist harassment periodically, which is really weird. Like people just post.
Not even about the race.
No. People post racist shit about black people in our chat.
I'm a fucking gypsy, bro. Like
no one cares.
We're a fucking open game most of the time, but like people just don't know. So we get loads of like random shit. Like someone came to our stream one time talking about Rwanda, and I was like, sorry.
You put me in a position. Who was it? Fuck, it's what Zimbabwe used to be called.
Yeah.
Rhodesia.
Rhodesia, sorry, yeah.
Spamming about Rhodesia. I was like, what is this 1800 spam? That unfortunately is not what the people had to say, Timothy.
That was so racist, it went over my head.
I had to translate it to Fred.
That was high-level racism, man. I fucking didn't realize. I just turned the music back on.
Yeah. So the thing is that I personally feel is like, obviously what she said was rude and shit.
Yeah.
I do think that you can see rude shit things all over the place on Twitch. I personally think that NoPixel permering her
is an overreaction.
I don't think that that's great. I understand maybe there have been issues with her in the past because, as I said, I don't know what like the vibe with her is. I don't know what's happening in the community, and I understand. But like the amount of people I've seen saying like this is straight up racism, I'm like, dude, she was being a dickhead to somebody in chat. You could even turn around and say, look, we want you to take 2 months away, chill. Let's lower the temperature on this, and we want to see we want to see you come back and like start afresh, like even like with a new character. Maybe I don't know if you can do that super easily, but you know what I mean, like start afresh and like don't get sucked into the drama again, because like it is offensive, but like is it offensive? So, you know, it's more rude, it's more cringe.
Yeah, it's
more like really embarrassing when you see a streamer like flipping out and everyone's like,
no, it's embarrassing. It's like, dude, if you're gonna be a Twitch streamer, you gotta handle your shit, man. You really gotta just like be on top of this shit. Sorry, just moving my mic into a different position. Sorry if I made a bad sound. So she lost like her last VOD from 6 days ago. Obviously, she deleted the most recent one. She had 2,620 subscribers. Which is nice.
She's making good money.
Like that is 2006. So she's like in just subscriber money.
Yeah.
She's taken $6.5 grand.
At least, because she's been doing this since at least 2018.
Like she's on nearly 80K a year.
Yeah.
On this roleplay server.
Just roleplaying. And that's without anything else.
And it shows you how important it is as a streamer. We're talking about Vivian. She basically, Viviana, sorry. She basically had a bit of a bad moment on Twitch and said some things that are probably, I don't know if she regrets them, but she said some things that aren't going to go down very well amongst a lot of people, and it didn't go very well for her. She's been banned from the roleplay server now. She's deleted her Twitter. She had to lock down a bunch of stuff, and she was earning a good wage doing roleplay stuff, but it shows you as a streamer, you really, really, really need to keep your head about yourself when you're a streamer.
It is better to mute and walk away than it is to start going in on somebody like that. She's with a big group in RP2. Yeah, we were saying she's at Mandem, right?
Yeah. Which is like a UK-based like roleplay group, obviously, because it's called Mandem. I don't know. It's just a little. I feel bad for her for one. Every time it's been a really weird moment recently. A lot of careers have been ending in streaming recently, and this is like the biggest. Actually, no, it was that guy who got accused of SA whose career has been deleted now.
Yeah,
but
sorry, carry on.
She's got a good thing going on, but she let it all get under her skin. And I know that roleplay can do that to you. Roleplay is very drama-filled, and everyone is always in each other's DMs talking shit about each other. I know that like there's a lot of beef in roleplay. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to do it, because I don't care about other streamers. I only want to do my own thing.
Yeah, we've had like I don't mind, collabing with people occasionally and things like that. That could be really fun. But at the end of the day, keeping my stuff separate is better. And yeah, Tiger Lilium said, I don't think Pasty is racist. Is that her roleplay name or something? It's definitely
Pasty.
Pasty, right? I thought you were referring to her as Pasty, and I was like, is that like a name? Because that would be funny. It definitely is rude. That's what I'm saying. Like Pasty, you got no culture, you got no personality. It's just rude, and as I said, it's a bit cringe.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying it's racist. It's like it's not. But I definitely agree. I think she sounded really stressed. And I also think that she's at the end, like when this happened, I think was at the end of a 7.5 hour stream. That's a long stream.
Well, this is kind of what I was saying, right, about role players. I can understand being a person of color and being a bit annoyed by role players and getting a bit of an antagonistic attitude towards white people in roleplay, because a lot of white people in roleplay want to play gangsters.
Yeah.
but they won't play a white gangster. They'll play a Latino gangster, and you'll get someone who looks like me being like, "Hey, what up, Holmes?" and just really leaning into like stereotypes, and you can argue that's way more racist than calling someone pasty. And I was talking earlier about how like white people will play black characters doing like the sort of the black woman sass. Cliches.
Honey, and you're like.
What's it called? It's not cliche. It's
stereotype.
Stereotype. Yeah. There you go. And so, I can understand why, as a black person, you might be like these.
And people had been saying, because as I said, Fred and I were trying to like deep dive in this and find out what happened. And people were saying that because she reacted, people would rile her up in the comments.
Yeah.
So I think that people would say stuff that would get her annoyed. And I would not be surprised if we're sitting here basically, not that people are explicitly trying to get her banned, though I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Yeah.
But I have seen it more than you would expect, that people will say things to Twitch streamers to try and get a reaction from them so that they can then clip that reaction and go, oh, such and such did this.
I cannot tell you how important it is as a streamer to have thick skin. Like, and I'm taking from this that her skin isn't very thick. I could be wrong. I don't know. I've never watched her stream before.
I don't know
she
how
might have
much...
endured way more than I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She might be getting harassed by... You know what Twitch can be like? You can get entire Discords dedicated to you. I've known streamers who get like 50 viewers who have like dedicated hate Discords. Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the whole Kiwi Farms thing. Nay! let me be tall.
There we go.
The whole Kiwi Farms thing with where people would literally get obsessed and like basically like cyberstalk people who aren't even that famous. Not that being famous makes it okay, but you always think, oh, once you hit a certain size, like, yeah. I personally think that...
I think permabanning her was an overreaction.
Yes.
I don't think what she did was particularly racist, even though you could say it was racially insensitive, I guess.
Don't call me pasty, it's just winter.
But like, I feel like people are just being reactionary here, and people are acting like more outraged to this than streamers who casually drop N-words and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Streamers who literally are like out there defending Andrew Tate and shit like that. I do think this is a case of it should have been like, babe, take some time away, come back in a month. She can afford it. She's got, that sub count is thick. She'll be fine. Take a breather and then come back, chill, And
honestly, if you don't
usually no pixel perma is 30 days before you can appeal.
Oh, okay, there you go.
That's good. So hopefully she can take a minute and then come back.
I'm used to permas being like forever.
Perma. Yeah.
She needs more daylight and vitamins for her thicker skin. Requires not role-playing and go outside.
Shit, on the subject, I need my vitamin D.
It's...
Shit!
It's worse than that, Sky. It's a state of mind you got to get into.
It's really hard,
I'm pretty good at it. I've actually become a bit of an... Who are we chatting about? So, Megan, need to catch you up. A streamer called Viviana said some. She basically is, I assume, a black woman, IRL, and she might not be a black woman, but I assume she is. And she basically got really angry at someone in the chat, and then said that all white people have no culture, no personalities, and said that basically it was just being rude towards white people. I guess someone annoyed her. I guess I don't really know. There's not a ton of context, and I think if I wanted to get context, I'd need to deep dive some lore.
Or just watch the whole VOD and then deep dive some lore.
But it seems like that she's actually she's ended a bunch of streams in the past in tears and shit like that. So I think she's like a woman on the edge. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest. If you are finishing your stream and bursting into tears, that's too stressful.
That's too much.
The stress is too high. Go play some Roblox.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, nah, that's not happening.
But then it's one of those things where it's like, as a GTA role player, you want to role play as much as possible because you're like, I could get that raid.
And you're losing the meta. Interaction. You're losing all the moments. Like, did you see this crazy thing happen while you were offline? You're like, no, I missed the crazy thing.
Because we were talking about her viewer count. She gets like 720 viewers on average in the last 3 months. But she has spikes of 2,000. And we're like, oh, maybe she got a raid. That could very well be not a raid and just her role playing with the right person, right? That's how role play.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why people like doing role play so much, is because you can blow up just by being in the right spot at the right time. It's like more opportunistic. Rather than just sort of grindy like the rest of Twitchers.
Just because those white people have shitty personalities doesn't mean they don't have one. Yeah, I mean, I did really enjoy her take that James was a pasty ass white name, because like, yeah, I mean, as Fred said, the only James we know is black, and also, well, both the Jameses, because Uncle Jim's a James.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, that's funny. Also, James is, I looked it up on Wikipedia. My name. Well, I was like, James is a biblical name, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be everywhere. And if you look James up, shit, my chat's full of Jameses. I feel really bad because when I used to... when I used to work in a trailer, it was when James Blunt had blown up. And we started calling any customer...
Tasty ass viewers.
Any customer we didn't like. We started calling any customer we didn't like James because he was a bit of a James Blunt, i.e. a cunt. So we'd literally like, he's alright, James. Like when you're serving someone. So now I feel really bad.
How you doing, Markstrom, by the way, bro?
Oh, where's Markstrom?
He's in chat.
Hi, pasty ass viewers. I've seen you, Markstrom. I know what you look like. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I will say, I learned that there's... Is this page too white to show? Do you see how it's reflecting off my face?
On a very James... This is the most James page. Chat.
We've reached maximum James. But what I did think was interesting about the James page, aside from the fact there are lots of famous Jameses who are black and not white and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sorry about the flashbang. Can you put like... No, there's nothing good to be done. But look at all the translations for James. So variants in other languages. And this makes sense because it's a biblical name, right? So the OG, where's Hebrew? So the OG is Jacob, because Jacob and James are related but separate apparently. So yeah, Jackie, Yaki. Where's the whole James one? You've got James translated from English. But look, it's in loads of different languages. Yeah. So James's. I mean, they even got a version in Cornish, which was fun. See? Some of them are good. Look, Jago is the Cornish version of James. It's in Afrikaans. Yakub is the Arabic version.
See that she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
She doesn't know the history of James.
James is the most multicultural name.
Yeah, Scott's James. Well, I mean, anything that's religious, like from the Bible, is going to have reached pretty far and wide.
Yeah, so like in English, it's like Jack, like James, Jim, Jacob. It's all like the same thing.
Piedmontese? It's a language spoken by 2 million people in the northwest region of Italy. Oh yeah! I do know about this because they speak it in France too because it overlaps. Yeah, we got all kinds. We got Low German. We've got like all these languages that I know nothing about. Oh, wait, there's a version that was in Chinese which was quite fun.
What is the King James Bible after all? That's a good point.
Exactly. Oh yeah, Cantonese. Gem C. I like that one. I thought that was cute. Oh, Tab, my gamers got flashbanged? Yeah. That's what I was saying. This is the Jamesest page ever because it's so white. Yeah, but yeah, the whole thing is unfortunate. I hope she sorts it out. But I also think that we've got to be a bit thoughtful about how we handle situations like this where we don't just give maximum...
No! I want to be big!
Yeah, so what we don't want to do is give like loads of opportunities for like the racists to be like, time to strike. Florence, no!
That's an old reference, by the way, for those who are... but yeah, so...
Not on the day that XQC is visible on the stream. No! No!
But yeah, like, a lot of people in the comments on Reddit are, I thought it was another Florence but then, are being like, acting like this is like one of the greatest like offenses to white people of all time. People are being like, one of the rules in her stream are no bigotry of... So yeah, everyone's just acting like this
if
is like...
If you look up her name on Twitter, there's some pretty vile shit as well.
People are really, truly outraged, and it goes to show you that no one gives a fuck about racism unless it happens to me. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, dude, get fucking... just calm down. You're not actually offended. You're just fucking... You're just like a reason to dogpile on someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it call me... I've literally got vitiligo. I literally do not have pigment. I'm the pastiest ass motherfucker in the world. Apart from, like, maybe, like, albino people. But, like...
Yeah, but they got a condition. You can't tell on someone with a condition. I guess you do. Shit. He's got a condition, chat. Be careful.
It's like looking at the woodwork to increase damage. Yeah, the dog pile is real. She's just clearly.
Silly flunker.
Someone said she sounds like she's about to cry. I was like, yeah, she probably is. She's probably like, she's probably like, I've had enough of this shit.
Yeah, which I think as the streamer, it is your job to control what's going on, and I think bash the like mute end stream fuck y'all button is better.
I saw a video from someone who was like, his dog was trained, and I'll show you guys in a second. But his dog was Pavloved into asking for attention as soon as the stream ended.
This was the cutest thing I've ever
Megan
seen.
saw it, look. And it was super cute. And I was like, do you know what? That situation's really good. I was like, cute dog, but being in the habit of taking your dog for a walk immediately after the stream. Base.
The health. And literally, you stop your stream, and whether it's good or bad,
the mental health.
The dog comes over to you and is like, hello, father, I love you just as much. And then you go for a walk.
Yep. It is.
Your brain is absolutely just living.
Dude, the serotonin.
Missy, one of my cats, has trained herself to come for treats when I'm talking to the computer.
That's cute.
So cute.
I can't find it on. It was on Dexterto. Oh, there's Megs. Although she was for a second anyway.
On the ceiling.
Will Jake Paul and Tommy Fury ever fight?
Who's to say?
Is this Megs? It looks like Megs.
It
is Megs.
Will they? It's always me. But where's the dog, Megany? Would it help you if we watch it? I did a fun script. Oh, you did the script and everything?
Yeah,
Wow, I
I'd
expect them to send me the script. You didn't do the dog. This is heartbreaking.
You didn't do the dog, Megany. I have one of my cats that has decided that she has to lay on my chest when I'm gaming or working at the computer. So she's asleep on me right now. That's an ideal situation to be in.
Perfection.
Let me see if I can find this dog for you. It's very, 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 very cute.
You know, just type in like Dexerto dog.
I don't think so. That never works.
Dog Serto. Oh my god.
What?
No, the face, the statue is like so famous and old.
Oh yeah, like a fucking Ronaldo's scuffed bronze statue. Yeah, that's great.
So good. Megan's gonna find it.
Thanks, Meg.
Meg's a real MVP.
I'm
always.
I'm scrolling. I'm looking. I'm trying. It's very cute. I want to show chat cute dog pictures.
I always enjoy it when friend them go, someone and someone, and I'm like, who? See, I don't even know what I was talking about, so I can't even. Yeah, you remember the scuffed Ronaldo statue?
Find it so quick.
Because Megan's a fucking professional.
I'm a professional. Yeah. So pause. That's a good song. Sounds like
This is my job to know this, friend. She's a freaking journalist.
Nerd.
Yo, my kids. Thanks for the bits.
Thanks, my kids. Chat.
It is. Whoa!
I have 77
we blew up
months
the
of
dog.
making gone. Much love, guys. You deserve it. P.S. It's my birthday. D.
It's your birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, bro.
Excellent. 77 months and a tier 3 sub. And chat, do you know what happens when we get an incredibly special tier 3 sub? They're rare. You know what happens? We do a game giveaway for all of you.
So chat, if you guys want to win a free game, all you got to do is follow the stream and then type ! enter, and that is all you have to do.
Yes.
So the giveaways are for everyone. Followers, subs, everyone.
Chat.
Everyone has an equal chance to win, but I will say that tier 2s and tier 3s are automatically entered and they don't have to type anything. But their chance of winning is still the same as same as your chance.
So you type in ! enter, you have an equal chance. It's just nice to be added, you know?
But yeah, look at this dog. Analyzing. Confirmed. Stretch. Father! He loves his dog. That's such a cute dog, dude.
He's hyped. He's gone. He's ready for the walk. Papa, is it time for me?
It's just it's this bit, man. Or he's like, it's time.
That's such a well-behaved dog.
But yeah,
what a good dog.
Genuinely, chat. Going for a dog walk after. Do something after a stream. Me and Emily, Sophie's normally here, right? So
I was
Sophie.
about to say something so inappropriate.
Take Sophie for a walk.
No, I was just gonna be filth. Carry on.
You can go have a shag.
Just carry on talking. I'm not gonna say it.
So yeah, basically Sophie's usually around. So Sophie usually has something to say to us. She's always like, "You would never believe what I found out today," and stuff like that. So we usually have a chat with Sophie. We get up, we go and start doing stuff in the kitchen and stuff like that. Go for a waz, and
that's actually the truth.
Yeah. So after streams, a Crypod 1 Super Meat Boy classic.
Thanks, lemons.
Top shaggers post stream. Do you know what? I think I'm too mentally done after streaming. I just couldn't. I'd just be sort of I mean, you get on if you want, but I'm done, mate. I'm checked out, bruv.
No, I was basically I'm not gonna say it.
Visit Doggos and slam a workout for you.
That's
but you
so
finish
good.
what time do you finish your local time, Mark?
Yeah.
Because you finish afternoon, right?
Well, we chat with Soph, make dinner. And then during January, we've been going to the gym. We usually go to the gym before the stream. But because January has been really busy at the gym, we have been going after. But that's kind of fun because we'll get dinner on.
Yeah.
And then we'll go, right, we'll be back when dinner's done.
Yeah.
And we will then wrap up and scuttle off to the gym. Which has been a fun thing to do, but that being said, I think we'll go back to doing the mornings when it's chilled out a bit.
Recently, because it's January, the gym is absolutely fucking ram-packed. Before, you go to the gym, there'd be 80 people on it. Pretty busy, but
handle
nice.
80 people.
And now it's literally 180 people, and it's I can't go. I'm not queuing for a fucking weight machine, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking too much.
Queuing at the gym, I'm already suffering.
So yeah, big nope from me.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me just close it down.
So
But yeah,
having healthy things to do that isn't immediately open all your analytics, see what your average viewers were, see how much money you made, see if you made any money, see how many people watched the YouTube video uploaded. No one, no money, no followers, death.
Genuinely,
No.
in my opinion, the last job of your workday as a streamer should be the stream. After the stream, you should just be chill. Do the shit before the stream. Look at your analytics and look at all your shit before the stream. Once you've done your stream, just then check out. You're done for the day. Just peace. You can go sit in another chat if you want and relax and stuff like that, but don't do work, man.
But you're British. You invented queuing. Just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I want to do it. Okay?
Yeah. Also, I just want to say that I reject my British heritage. I just reject it. Me and Emily have a New Year's resolution of be less English.
Yeah, it was last year's resolution. I'm bringing it forward to this year. There's a lot of things about English culture that I find really
repugnant.
Opposite to the way you want to live as a human. So what I mean by that, and I have always had an interesting kind of feeling of cross-cultural things, because some stuff that people think are really weird I thought were completely normal because Italians did them, and obviously all my family are Italian and all the family I grew up with. So and then we got a bit of cultural smooshing. So there were definitely things that I did where other people were uncomfortable, but there's certain stuff, the way that we talk to each other when you meet a stranger, and I realize how shit it is. So there's a place we go reasonably often for sandwiches, and we've been going there long enough that the woman in there clearly knows us. Always is hey guys, and we're hi. And
we often see her walking home after her work day.
Yeah, because she clearly lives somewhere.
We'll do a little wave to each other.
Yeah. So I realised that I have been seeing this woman at least once a month for 4 years. She knows who the fuck we are. She says hi. And I never start a conversation with her because that's English culture. Woo! Edius! I got so much room for activities. Edius, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That is another game giveaway from Edius to you via the power of the internet. If you would like to win something, type !enter. Make sure you're following.
Eddie, you're the best. So I saw Khan.
Yeah.
Sorry, you weren't finished.
No,
go. Oh, I just saw Khan say, I wish streaming was my job. My job fucking sucks. My line manager is a twat. Wish I could get a break in life, a good break. I would say streaming isn't what you imagine it to be, I think. I think everyone who watches streams and has never been an actual streamer themselves.
I think Khan does stream, though.
Oh, but I mean as a job.
Yeah, it's different. I will say, if you wanna do it, keep going.
Yeah.
Like, keep going. And if you wanna do it now, you need to get yourself on other platforms and then bring them over to Twitch. That is the only real growth. Or collab every fucking day.
I know Khan does stream.
But yeah, what was I talking about?
I've forgotten, sorry. I interrupted you.
I forgot too. You did. I thought it was going to be vaguely on thing, but it wasn't. Edius, can we get some love up in chat for Edius, please? It is your birthday. I don't have a happy birthday song on my thing.
Tier 3. Maltese? No, these are hula hoops.
Maltese! Yeah.
I thought you meant Malteser.
Yeah. I'm also not from Malta. I'm Italian. And surprisingly Greek.
Gypsy.
But, well, you know, one side. But the point is,
I reject my
right,
British after.
is that you should. Your mum's such a bitch. Your mum is like an internationally renowned bitch. So it's for the best. So my point is that I realized I've been vibing with this woman. We know each other. She's always been really nice. I'm fine. And literally, we've never had an actual conversation. And I was like, that sucks. That is trash. I don't know her name. I know nothing about her. So we went in today and she was like, oh, hey guys. And I was like, hi. She's like, how are you? I was like, oh yeah, you know, good. Weather or something, you know, very English. And then I was like, she said something and I was like, I said, oh, you're looking so tanned. Have you been on holiday? Right? She was tanned. She was more tanned than me coming back from Glastonbury. And she was like, oh yeah, I went back home, right? And I was like, where's back home? And she went, Cyprus. And I was like, no way. Did you have a great time? And she was like, oh, yeah, it was so nice. And I was like, oh, you know what? I just did one of those ancestry things. Turns out I'm like 20% Cypriot, which actually is like 15%, like 3% Aegean. But forgive me, chat. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. And she was like, oh, no way. I was like, so when I visit, you're going to have to give me the sites, you know? Just some fucking bullshit small talk. But in the last 4 years, I had literally never had any type of conversation with her. And I was like, what the fuck is it with English culture that you're literally neighbours? You literally go into their business all the time and you're like, time to be really awkward. I'll have the same sandwich I always get. You know what I mean? And I was like, ugh, I hate it.
Pretending you don't know each other.
I hate it. And I was like, right, not doing that anymore. And I've been trying not to do that last year and I'm trying not. You know, my neighbour, she will not stop. Look, some people waffle. You need to just know that people who waffle don't realise they waffle. And so what that means, right, if people don't stop waffling, is that they are always getting brushed off and they're 100% used to it and they don't give a fuck, right? So just get good at brushing her off. It's absolutely fine to have, like, I'm not standing there being like, let's be best friends. Let's fucking exchange phone numbers and send each other pictures of sandwich inspiration. Like, I'm just saying that actually trying to not be a fucking absolute massive bellend. Yeah. My biggest ick with British people is them asking how you are. Yeah, but they ask how you are and you say, I'm fine. That is the only response. Or you say not too bad. Or at the worst case scenario, you say still kicking.
Not bad, you. Yeah.
That's it. Right? Yep. That is it. She doesn't waffle, she gossips. Get the gossip! And then, here's the thing. Download the what's it fucking called? Neighborhood app or whatever it is. Download the Nextdoor app and then share all the drama. Yeah. Be like, did you know Sandra's fucking Barry?
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
Let me say, surviving you. Oh, I fucking hate it. I despise it. Like, no one really talks to each other in this country. Like, no one, just generally people just don't connect.
And I'm not saying you need to be best friends with everyone, whatever. But this, like, just sort of passively pretending like you've never met, even though you've seen each other for months and months and months. It's rancid.
It's one of my worst things that anyone who works in the service industry, you just have to pretend that they're like, you just delete them from your brain. So when
you are sandwich robot.
Yeah, and so like you have to just pretend like you've never seen them before in your life. And that's like the British way, right? You have to be sort of like, oh, hi, yeah, hi, oh, of course, hi, yeah, you're here a lot, aren't you? You just have to pretend. Like, you have to just, like, be fake. I hate it. So, like, today we were walking past one of the food stores that we always go to. It was called Chili Cha Cha. And they got a logo of an old man, a smiling old man. It's really cute. And the old man who the picture is based on was there. So I went, hello, mate. And I'm not buying anything from his shop. But, you know, what am I? Like, don't talk to me unless you buy something. Like, and I'm sort of like, well, I talk to my non-subs, so he's going to talk to me, right? So I was sort of like, oh, mate, you know, and he was sort of like, oh, hello, you know, and all that sort of shit. Don't know why I put an accent there. Don't know why I did that.
Poor Mr. Chili Cha Cha. No, I will say, no, the tube is not funny. No. Okay, so I'm talking about talking to people who I know, who I see in my life. Don't talk to strangers, you pervert.
No, that's
on
weird.
the tube. Everyone's going to work. Everyone is busy. Things are on. This is what I hate. There is no need for you to talk to me while I'm waiting for the train. There is no need. Okay, we know what we're doing, waiting for the train. Stop bothering me. That being said, if we see each other every fucking day on the same train, and this happens to the point where you end up giving each other a week sort of, little English, I sort of know you, little smile, say hello, all right?
so
Stop being
actually-
like, awkward, and then standing there next to someone who you probably do all the same stuff. Like, you're probably literally, like, it's the worst. It's such like a, ugh. It's just that gives me the ick, all right? I do not think, like, London has 8 million people in it. We cannot all be talking to each other all the time.
So I was actually in the supermarket yesterday, and I actually had an old man come up to me, and he was like trying to figure out how much chicken costs, right? Whole chickens. And I was like, normally, and he actually saw him, he was talking to someone else, and the other person went, don't know, just walked away. I just shrugged, was like, oh, and ran away.
Yeah,
But he
which
was
is English.
But he was just trying to work out how much chicken costs, right? 'Cause they got a logo, they got a sign that says like £3.20 or some shit, and then the chicken on the chicken it's got a different price, and he was like confused by that, and I was like, oh, it's based on weight. I was like, you
So
see
the guy
here?
tries to ask Fred for
Pointed-
help.
and I was like, at kilogram, right? And he just wasn't picking it up, and he was sort of like, but there are two different prices. There are different prices. So I pulled out my phone, got the translate app up, and I said Chinese, and he went yes, or he said Cantonese. I can't remember, but I just went.
I think you said Mandarin and he said Cantonese.
And I was like, it's based on weight. It's not read me very well. And then so it could basically go like, I've got my phone turned down. And so yeah, with your. I just did that, and he was sort of like, oh, and I was like, yeah, it's cool, dude. I don't mind helping you.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to be a little bit like more like
Rather than like everyone else was doing, which was like, why are you talking to me? And they're running for their lives.
I don't know how to help. I don't work here.
Practical demonstration was not going very well.
No.
Fred was like, it's not picking me up.
Yeah.
Also, I've got the volume turned down. Also, hang on.
It is based on weight. There you go, Chinese.
Your weight is too high. What?
You are fat. Nah, that's not what I meant. But yeah, so it was like, and I learned that from Egypt because a bunch of Egyptian people, taxi drivers, were like showing us and telling us about Egypt, but they didn't speak English, so they just used Google Translate, and I was like, that's fucking genius.
Yeah, we were having whole conversations back and forth. So yeah, I just think that, especially with like everyone's so lonely and stuff, I just genuinely think that if we could just like repress a bit of the English awkwardness, just a touch, just a little tiny bit, that we would all be much happier. Like, if you could sort of be like, how is your day? And they could be like, oh, good, it's my fucking kid's school play. And you're like, neat, I hope it goes well, without either of you combusting due to awkwardness. Wouldn't that be stunning?
A neighbor one door down, but on the opposite side of the corridor, I see them quite often, and I don't know why, I just bump into them all the time. It's a man and a woman, a couple, one would assume, and I always say hello to him. I always like, hello, like, how are you? Like, good, you know, good afternoon.
He's trying his best. He's trying to break down the boundaries.
I was going to say good morning, but I'm not awake in the morning. And so I was like, good afternoon. And then, you know what always happens? She always goes, hi. And the guy goes, and then like quickly opens his door. You know what I mean? So like fumbles with the key and tries to get into his door. He might have anxiety. I have no idea. But I'm like, that guy has never spoken to me.
You should say anxiety friends and see what they say. Anxiety buddies, and he'll be like, shut up.
It's like, hey, anxious pal, how you doing? Like, I'm gonna catch him on his own one day in the elevator and just be like, hi, what's your name?
He'll be like, no,
my name's Fred. We're friends now.
Corner him and he'll just combust. Stop bullying.
Yeah, he'll just lean
Stop
against-
bullying James.
He'll just turn around in the elevator, and the back end of the backside of the elevator is just a pane of glass, and I'd be like, I can still see you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if you guys know this, but about me, but I used to have crippling social anxiety, like some of the worst anxiety you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
Emily remembers. Emily remembers.
Oh,
And I feel like
shit.
whenever I tell this story, I don't convey how bad it was
Oh, God.
enough.
Yeah.
You guys see me now, the social butterfly that I am. And you guys are like, wow, Fred, he's like literally center of everyone's eye. And and the center of their heart.
Fred's been translating Mandarin phrases for too long.
But I used to vomit because I was like, when I used to go to college, before class started, I had to go vomit because I was so nervous about sitting in class and talking to people. And then it was like, even if I hadn't eaten anything, and those were the worst times because it really stung. But yeah, it was like gross. And so guy 1 says sup means hi. Guy 2 says sup means hi. That is all. So
easy. Wow.
Yeah, even I mean, honestly, I don't like that either. Like the guy thing of like guys don't have to say anything to each other. We just get it. It's like no, guys are just fucking
stop grunting.
Guys are just pussies who just like don't want to ever open up. It's like I swear to God, this whole thing about guys don't have emotions is so fucking annoying. It's like guys are the most emotional.
Well, it's because women. Okay, so everyone who dates men knows how emotional men are, because men will be like, I don't have emotions, and then the minute they're comfortable with you, they are crying on you. They're like, my dad was sometimes mean, and at Christmas I didn't get a Razor scooter, and you're like, okay babe, it's gonna be fine. And they're like, I don't know if you understand, but sometimes I feel a bit insecure, and you're like, yep, that's normal. This is probably the worst thing that's ever happened, and you're like, I promise you it's not. And it's like repressing to the point where you finally trust someone, and then having a fucking breakdown is not that healthy, especially when you're experiencing the most normal shit going, you know? When it's like, sometimes I don't think I'm that good looking. Yeah, it's like, that's fine. Everyone feels that way. Literally, everyone. Except for Fred, obviously. But yeah, no, Fred had the worst social... I am friends with a lot of, like, autistic and neurodivergent people, and Fred is by far the most anxious person I'd ever met. When I first met you, I was like, oh, shit. He's fucked. But you made improvements.
I'm much better now.
So I'm proud of you.
Streaming actually helped me. And I don't want to, I used to mask so bad when I was, when I first started streaming. I would literally just go into a character, which was just another version of me that was just a bit more chipper. And it was really weird because I'd end the stream and then I'd go downstairs and I just couldn't talk to my family. Like, I'd have, like, relatives over and I'd be like, hello. Like, you know what I mean?
Like when your relatives are over. Yeah. You know, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Are you trying to say that Dynamite emotions is unhealthy? No freaking way.
What? No, it's not even just that. It's just like they just repress totally normal stuff because they don't want to talk about it. And then when they trust you, then you're suddenly their therapist. And you're like, yo, what the hell's going on? You know? It sucks.
But yeah, it is what it is. As guys are as much not as much, but guys are a victim of the patriarchy as much as anyone else is. Any of the other genders, hundreds of them. Some of us don't want to talk to our relatives on normal days. Same, I am actually estranged from my entire family. Mood. I haven't spoken to my family in 6 years.
Jinx. Touch wood, padlock.
How long has it been since you spoke to your dad? That's been like 5 years.
Yes. At least 5 years.
So it must be 6 years for me and my family then. Because I think I stopped speaking to him around the same...
At least 6 years.
Lego update in Discord? Ooh, let me go have a look.
Yes, it's difficult to remember.
Oh, King Koopa.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love it.
Chat, this is me once again telling you to go to Fremily.tv/app and downloading our Chrome/Firefox app. It works in the Edge browser as well because Edge is just Chrome, and you get all the lovely icons and stuff like that we see in chat. You see this chat down here? That's what your chat will look like when you download the app.
Wow!
And chat, I'm not gonna lie, it's a fucking sick app. I'm not gonna lie, it's a fucking sick little Chrome extension. Do you want to know why,
it's
chat?
It's a cheeky little app.
So here we are. Here's me and Emily. Smile. Did he grab that? Anyway, and so down here, look, see all the colors are correct. See, we go up here, look, rainbow names, and you know what, chat? Oh, you're like, oh yeah, bits are kind of expensive. I don't really want to send bits right now. Bits, in the UK, it costs almost double the amount of money to send bits than the streamer receives. Click on the little tip button right here.
Built in, baby.
Well, what do we have here? You want to send some text-to-speech? £1. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that the app is really cool and it makes everything a little bit more convenient. That's
more functionality than ever. Wow. Now, here's the thing. It's so good.
It's really
good.
Also, makes life a lot easier.
It can give you a toaster pop-up if you like it.
It lets you know when we're live and stuff like that.
Christina's a wizard!
Dean's a wizard is what I said, if that didn't come through.
Yeah, he said Dean is a wizard in sing-song voice. Yeah, I was going to say, do we have any game we want to play today?
Oh, fuck no. There's nothing. So, right, our options are...
Because we've got more stuff we can talk about. And we can just keep chatting.
Yeah, we can just chat
But,
shit.
like, it would be nice if there were a game.
It would be nice.
For a little bit from column A and a little bit from column B. We can do a little bit of late night upside down Vampire Survivor. Oh my god, my eyes look great upside down. Look at me. Yes. Never put me right side up again. Ooh, no, I'm scary now. I scared myself. It was all good, and then I got scared.
One thing I did want to talk about is, me and Ellie were chatting about this the other day. Yeah. So, hang on, let me pull up the article. There's going to be boundless articles on the subject. We're going retro.
Oh. That's not working for me.
It's not working for me today. No! No! The tracking is all gone wrong. Please
fix. You know when you used to listen to a tape too much back in the day, and it would get all stretched out. Oh my god, Ubisoft incompetence.
Yes.
Also, Sophie found us this property to look at, which can sleep like 50 people, and she's trying to work out if cults used to live there. So we can hit both of those things.
So, one thing I want to talk about, and this is really, I think this is me and Emily having this discussion yesterday before we went to sleep, and it's because we're nerds. And so it's this, which is Ubisoft cancels 3 unannounced games, delays Skull and Bones for the 6th time. Company announces new strategy amid financial troubles. Recent game underperformance. Ubisoft has announced that it has, for the 6th time, delayed Skull and Bones, as well as cancelled 3 more unannounced games amid major challenges in the industry. The underperformance of Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, sad face, I highlight that game, and Just Dance 2023, and an upcoming restructuring. So obviously, the economy is economying. Capitalism continues to capitalize, and capitalize on.
But it's only underperforming in the winter, like Christmas sales portion. So they obviously released those games thinking people are going to buy them and play them with their kids and stuff like that, and people haven't. But that doesn't mean the game like sold atrociously. No. It just means that it didn't live up to the ridiculous expectations they set on it. So
did it profit? Did it sell well? Those aren't the questions. The question is now, did it meet expectations? And the expectations are, I don't know what the expectations are, but you know that they're higher than any reasonable standard. Because what do game developers want now? What do game publishers want now? They want to be all of gaming. They're not, no one's content anymore with actually just publishing good games. Nice. Honestly, it's poetry.
Yeah.
Poetry to the ears.
That's exactly what's going on in the Ubisoft offices right now.
Not Just Dance 2023, exactly. So, in a press release today, Ubisoft outlined a new strategy for the remainder of its fiscal year, as well as lowered expectations for the last fiscal quarter. Ubisoft explains the move as a result of the company facing major challenges as the industry continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting titles rather than games that can reach players across the globe, across platforms and business models. And I'm like, so basically, every executive who doesn't play video games, it doesn't give a fuck about video games, it's like, why aren't we Fortnite? Why aren't we Fortnite 4 years ago?
Yes.
And that's what they want. They're not content with making money out of video games anymore. They're not content with selling a bunch of games and doing well and having a turnover and making good games and them selling all that sort of shit, making some DLC and shit like that. No, it all has to now be, we want to sell a game and it has to like encompass the entire fucking market and be the only game anyone wants to play. And they're saying that they're like, mega brands are like Far Cry and shit. I'm like, I'm sorry, no one wants to play a single-player game where you have to collect fucking Farbucks to unlock skins. Literally. But you could also go to the store and buy 500 Farbucks for $5.
Yeah, literally.
Like, that's all they want, right? It's like, literally, how can we... Like, we're earning good money, but how could we earn all the money?
This is exactly what I saw on Twitter, right? Which was in reference to the same article, right? And the tweet says... being just successful isn't good enough anymore. I've said for years that corps want all the money, like you just said, not just some money, and their extremist attitude is reaching a peak. New IP, forget it. Profitable brands, still not good enough. Mega brands are all they want.
Mega brands.
The article quotes Ubisoft pulling out the old below expectations bullshit I've mentioned in the past. Games can't just perform well. They need to... They have to meet whatever wildly optimistic promises were made to investors and the expectations of ravenous execs who only want more. Grossly unreasonable pressure is put on these games by an executive class that demands rapid exponential growth forever. They genuinely expect eternal super wealth, and that's why not even being a success is enough to prevent a game from being seen as a failure, which is fucked up. Speaking of fucked up, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot still won't admit to how much he knew about the routine abuse and sexual misconduct at his company, and workers continue to say Ubisoft has done nothing to improve conditions, but just an extra thing to consider. Anyway, the main point is, I'm happy to do without such abominable edifices of excess like Ubisoft when things like Lil Gator games still exist and get to succeed on their own terms. And I'm not going to lie, I know nothing about Lil Gator game, but I can say that it's interesting that aside from like a couple of major games, over the last few years, the best games have all been indies.
Yep.
The actual best games.
Yeah.
And I think that what it comes down to is there are obviously a lot of game developers out there with a lot of talent, a lot of heart, a lot of desire, a lot of passion and artistry, who then are forced into, who then get a job at somewhere like Ubisoft and are forced by execs to water down and water down and water down the point of the story, the why, the way that it looks, not risking anything new or artistic or creative, just making the same shit
and if you guys notice
as quickly as possible and charging as much as possible for it.
You know how Ubisoft games have a feel, right? And it's really weird. It's hard to describe. It's like a je ne sais quoi. It's like Ubisoft games have a feel. And that's because that's the watering down. So you get these Ubisoft games. I've always said Ubisoft games are like so close to being amazing, right? There's so many Ubisoft games. Like, what was that game? Ubisoft Wild? Ubisoft Wildlands. Wildlands was... the games run well. They not For Honor.
Yes!
They look good. They run well. They've got
Use
lots
chat.
of options.
Florence is here. I just wanted you to see that was literally it. And she's kind of in focus right now. And she's only peeking out the camera a bit with her pure, brilliant whiteness.
Then you have like Ubisoft Breakpoint as well, which is very similar to Wildlands. It's almost the same game, essentially. And they have really good...
That's the thing, they're the same damn game.
Yeah, Wildlands and Breakpoint are the same game, as far as I'm concerned. But... They just, it has this like Ubisoft watering down where basically they take a game, they make a really good core concept like Wildlands and Breakpoint had a good idea behind them, and then becomes some executive is sort of like, but can we make this broader? Can we make this like
make it bigger?
Make it
add
bigger.
More
make
map. Make it add more fog of war.
And
it's like,
and then make it simpler. Make it easier. Also, where are my Tom Clancy bucks? I need... we can't have a Ghost Recon without Ghost bucks. We have to have Ghost money where people can buy skins and stuff like that. But I thought Breakthrough... And this is if you guys missed Breakthrough, by the way...
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint, sorry. I keep saying Breakthrough.
No more for Florence.
This, honestly, was, in my opinion, a really immersive game, right?
Thank you for the treats.
So this guy's like, he's hurt. Your arm's hurt. You bandaged your arm. Phantom Lady Gaming, subscribe.
29 months.
Thank you, Phantom Lady.
You're a legend.
But I thought a lot about this game was really good. If we skip to like what people have watched most, right? And so it's really well. You can tell this is a well-made game. Like, someone's approaching. Cover yourself in mud so you don't appear on the fucking. Yeah, this is like Predator stuff, right? Like the Predator from the movie. But then you get the whole watering it down, and then there's like, you have to use like IRL money to buy different kinds of scopes and just all that shit. And it's like all of these games suffer from the Ubisoft effect.
Yeah, the people who made that game will have worked super hard. Like, taking damage in a certain area and then bandaging that area, that's really difficult to do. The whole, like, lying on the floor, stealth, all the different kind of combat moves. Like, they spent a lot of money and time on this. And realistically, no one who isn't a AAA developer can make a game like that, and yet it doesn't feel real. It still doesn't feel immersive.
And they slap in this motherfucker being like, now that's a main character.
Yeah.
It's like, this is Joe Blogs, man.
Jorts McGee.
Yeah,
like, why?
The most plain Jane guy I've ever seen in my life. And it's like, they're so afraid of doing anything that's like, you know what I mean?
And the thing is, they have so many huge brands, like so many of the big games, like the Ghost Recon games, the Division games, Rainbow Six. Who the fuck are all these other games? They got loads of them. Far Cry. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. Just Dance, the Mario Rabbids games, Assassin's Creed. Like, so many of the huge like games are under the Ubisoft brand, and yet Ubisoft have somehow not been able to push the envelope despite having all of the creative talent, all of the money. They have not been able to push the envelope at all in so long. It's the same shit every time. And then they're like, well, why aren't you buying the new one? It's like, well, it's the same as the old one. You know, what's the point? So, you know, especially when games are getting even more expensive, it just becomes like, I guess I'll just replay the other one, you know?
Yeah, and like, hang on. And like, no one's ever satisfied. Like, I mean, this is kind of like the state of video game main characters right now, right? And it's literally like over and over and over and over again.
And I was saying to Fred, how often when I play indie games and smaller games, I'll like get to know the characters. The characters will have personalities that aren't just is masculine, likes gun. You know, they'll have character and like. The amount of games I've played where, like, I don't need my characters to be perfect. I don't need it to be, like, you know, the most well-written possible person. But let them feel like people.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like, with the exception of Joel from The Last of Us, none of the people on that screen had a personality. They were all just sort of like, I just gotta do what I gotta do to get the job done. That's all I care about. I'm a soldier first. A human second. You know, it was all that shit. And I'm just like
I'm just not feeling like connected to that. And yeah, it's just really like, stop being so boring. I mean, even when it came to Just Dance, I found out recently that Just Dance has plot. There's a story.
Oh.
There's a bad guy in Just Dance.
What?
But how do you know that? Somebody's written a whole concept to this, and they won't. Yeah, it blew my mind.
Oh, sure. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's got like bad guys in it, and like there's a really I found there's a one of the more recent. I guess 2023 has a Lady Gaga song in it, and in it all of the background dancers are Lady Gaga's from the characters from previous Lady Gaga Just Dances, and they all break out of prison together. And I was like, how the fuck was I supposed to notice that?
That's
like,
so
why
weird.
is no one there, like, telling me? Why is there no lore? I mean, fucking Trombone Game managed to give us lore.
Sure.
Managed to make me give a shit. The Baboon, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
why can't you do the same?
It's
you know?
really frustrating. It's super frustrating that no one's really like, Ubisoft's like commitment to like the plain white bread male protagonist is like it's like, dude, we need.
At least let them be people. Have you met men before?
Like, if you
write your men like men that you've met.
Yeah, like Joel from The Last of Us. That was a
That's
real
a guy,
person.
yeah.
That was a character. And like, so no one saw that shit, man. And it's like, dude, do you remember The Division? Like, hey, do you want The Division to be popular? Make it open world. Make it hard. Make it permadeath. You know what I mean? Like a permadeath RPG. Imagine a game like The Division, which is essentially an MMORPG with magic, but the magic's technology. But make it permadeath. Like,
yeah, but I'm just tired of these like laser guns and it's just boring. They make boring games and then they get mad at us for not buying them. And it's like, guys, stop.
The Division should have been like a revolution in gaming.
Yeah.
But then they were like, no, we need to like make it like story based and send you on lots of missions, and we don't really want to think of a way of making the characters like hard to fight. So we'll just increase the amount of numbers that appear on the screen. And it takes 500 more shots to kill that bad guy than that bad guy. It's boring.
pointless. I don't just want to run around freely, just shooting at everybody and like whatever. Doesn't matter.
Dude,
I wish I liked
Division.
GTA. I just don't. I played GTA 5. I played GTA 4.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. They're really like.
It's not my idea of cool. I don't find the whole sort of like gangbanging, like big fat like rich people cars and like all that sort of shit. I don't really find that very interesting. Whereas Red Dead Redemption, I thought Red Dead Redemption was a fantastic
It was really
game.
cool, yeah.
And it was very immersive. You know what I mean? I'm 51 years old. Many times I've played.
You know
a shooter
how many times?
Oh, how many times I played a shooter? I just felt like every other shooter, but I've played. But it's just got a reskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fighting weird sort of kind of pseudo-alien creatures that have sort of popped out of the ground, and you got to kill them, and then you got to go back and tell someone, and it's the apocalypse. But is it the apocalypse? Because kind of like everyone's fine in areas, but then there's loads of areas where they're like, the Rough Riders live out here. They're crazy. You've got to go raid all of their camps and take their 3 MREs and 6 light bullets. Whoa, that's crazy. Like, it's not real, it's fake.
Pizza Pixie, you won. Yes, your grace. It's a game about me.
And like, there is no excuse when you're making AAA games.
No.
You're charging the most possible money for them, and what you're making is bland.
Like, Valheim had more like impact on me as a gamer than anything Ubisoft's ever produced. Ever.
And you played it for longer. I bet you if you opened your fucking Ubisoft thing, there is not a single Ubisoft game you've got with 90 hours played on it.
No,
but Valheim's got 90 hours.
I am more attached to Raft than I am anything Ubisoft's made. I'm more attached to Dwarf Fortress. I am more attached to fucking They Are Billions. They Are Billions was a game, fucking Frostpunk, an amazing game, and all that sort of shit. And people, you can make really good story-based games. You can make them fun. You can make them interesting. Like, arguably, Escape from Tarkov is an indie developer.
Yeah.
Self-published.
Yeah.
Not even on Steam.
Nope.
And it's like, you can do it. You just choose not to.
Yeah.
Because you're too afraid of not being in the next Fortnite. Because you don't care about that. You just want Fortnite to. You just want your game to be featured in the Ellen show.
Yeah. The AAA scene is looking rough right now, as well as Ubisoft being a general mess. Have you seen how many games Square Enix have been making and dropping? Because they still keep trying to do live services non-stop. So so a live service is like a game where you got to join servers and play with other people and stuff like that. They keep making them, and then no one plays them, and then they delete them. But then by that point, people have already bought them, so now there's no game to play. I honestly don't think they should even be charging you for live services.
No.
When you could just cancel them whenever.
A live service game should be free.
Yeah. And I will say as well, I know we're kind of joking from Dark Sinner? Is that how I say your name? I like to go back to Frogger and Donkey Kong. And I know it's kind of a joke, but it kind of isn't. Because, a lot of those games were fun. Because, Donkey Kong was hard, right? It was difficult. And it took a while to get it right. And, yeah, there was exploration and there were new levels and all of that kind of stuff, and I like that. But part of what made it interesting to play was that you got that sense of frustration when you fucked up and you died, and you only had a certain amount of lives, pay you guys to test it for us is a lot of the case with a lot of live services.
And you got games like Project Zomboid, which people are attached to. You've even got the games like The Beast Inside, which was a horror game that I played yonks ago. I got 10 hours out of it, and honestly, it's one of my favorite games of all time. I love playing The Beast Inside. I thought it was a fantastically well-made game. You've got I Am Fish, which is a relatively small publishing company.
Yeah,
that was great. I'm scrolling through my Steam.
But I Am Fish actually did some new things. I was playing it, and I didn't know what exactly was coming next. Right? I got the concept of it, but all of the different mechanisms that they built into it, I thought was really fun.
All the Dark Pictures anthology games.
Yeah, they're really fun. They're like movies, but you get to play them with your friends and accidentally kill people. I just want to say, ghosts and goblins can eat my ass. You know how much money I put into that fucking machine? Was that an right? So you're talking about a thing called, what the fuck are they called? Back in the day, where you put money in, you play the game. No, it's not a slot machine. Arcades. Yeah, by the time I became a child, arcades were already way too expensive. They were $2-3 a go. They were more for like vintage memes. But the problem with that was I always really wanted to play arcade games. I don't think I've ever played a single one because they were always like, oh, £3. And I was like, are you mad? No. So our bowling alley had arcades and we used to just stand around and go, wow, that looks fun. Sometimes we did Dance Dance Revolution.
There's a One Piece game coming out.
Let's go.
But yeah, I would really love to play a version of The Division that actually like lived up to the promises they kind of made.
Let's not say things we can't take
It was
back.
like, I was supposed to be able to wander around all of New York. You know?
Yeah.
I was supposed to just be able to wander.
Yeah, stop telling me it's all of New York when it's actually an 18th of New York and you've just squished a bunch of stuff in close together.
But if
That's not all of New York.
If I would dare walk down the wrong street, I get attacked by the exact same enemy I just killed, except this time they've got a higher level and they can kill me.
Yeah.
Ugh. Hate that shit, bro. That's one of the things I don't like about MMOs most of the time. Is that you like, oh, I'm getting killed by a wolf. Ah, I killed the wolf. It's like one level lower than me. Then you got to walk like to the other side of the forest. There's a wolf that's 5 levels higher than you, and you're like, right, so I could kill, but this wolf.
Yeah, that's just bad storytelling.
And then you go to a new area 50 levels later where you're like got like a whole new weapon and you can do magic now. And there's a wolf, but this time it's like a darker colored wolf, and it's like it's a night wolf, and that wolf is the exact same animation. Yeah, it sucks. New One Piece is a JRPG, but I couldn't be asked to play it. I don't think it's even out yet.
Florence, if you could not get your hair stuck to my face, that would be so good. Oh, sorry. Spin. Give me a spin, Florence. Nice. An excellent 10 of events. How are you doing, Flo?
I bought Dying Light 2 on PC to play with a friend on Xbox because they advertised it as having crossplay. Still doesn't have it.
That's so bad. I'm not going to lie, the amount of time that people spend saying games are going to have certain features in them that they just do not have. I'm like, it's one thing to have the early access experience. We intend to add X, Y, and Z, and then they don't, right? That's bad. But sometimes, most of the time, people who think they can develop games in early access have no fucking idea what they're doing. And it's just funny because they go, yeah, I'm going to make... It's like, what was it called? Do you remember the All Dragon MMO? All Dragon science-based MMO.
Yes!
See if you can find it. And it was just like a picture.
All Dragon science-based MMO game. Is it this? Hang on.
I hope so. Dear Internet! This is the best! This is literally what half of people trying to develop games and like fund them on like Indiegogo or whatever. This is what they're like.
So, let's get some dark mode going first of all. Boop. There you go, chat. Sorry about that.
Dear Internet! I'm a 26-year-old lady who's been developing a science-based 100% Dragon MMO for the last 2 years. I'm finally making my beta website now and using my 3D work as a base to create my 50 concept images. Wish me luck. Reddit, you'll be first to see the site when it's finished.
I personally am excited to play.
All Dragon, science-based. Yeah, a science-based 100% Dragon MMO. Yeah, it was crushing as
11 years ago. Still not out.
Someone in the comments was like, you made that in a architecture, like, creation site.
Yeah.
So you use that, well, not site, but like you use that
program
app to design things architecturally. That's not how you make games. And yeah, but like half the time, this is what you get. Like, I don't know what science-based means. I mean, that was what the joke of it, right? Like,
any updates? No.
Deleted. The account I think is gone. Also, that was a bit of a bold move. There could just have been anything down there.
It was a bold move. I'm not gonna lie.
Do not scroll on people's Reddit's account.
On there,
That's what I'm saying. Why are we making so many dragons? Yeah, Dean and I are both like, "Fuck are you doing?" But yeah.
But yeah, no, honestly, it's the games industry right now. I think every streamer is feeling it, where there's really not a lot to play, and I think that's why like a lot of roleplay people get a little frustrated, because they're sort of like, if I'm being forced to do this roleplay shit, at least it could be fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, at least I could get some viewers and get some subscribers and earn some fucking money. Instead, it's just like, well, talking to John again about our crime we're to commit. I don't know. It's just very...
It is. I'm not going to lie, it is time for Firmly to return to WoW. We will be doing more. Daisy is not always fun. Okay, when you've played 1,000 hours of DayZ, come and talk to me. Until then,
I've done.
Do not address me.
I've done everything there is possibly to do in DayZ. I've already played fucking. I've played Cherno enough. I've played Takistan. I've played fucking. What's that new one? The cold one that they just released? That's like the old map from fucking 1922.
Livonia or whatever.
Not Livonia.
I'm not playing DayZ.
DayZ Space Survival. Yeah.
Aquatico was boring. Aquatico was quite boring. Also, it didn't make any sense. Why did they make it the end of the world if it isn't the end of the world?
Aquatico
it didn't
was
make
boring.
sense. They should have just said you're building an under the sea city. You built plot holes in, and I don't understand why. I need to pee. Not bad. Not bad. I'm glad we tried it.
I'm glad we tried it.
That's the point of trying new games.
It was just boring.
It worked though. Like props for being a fully functional game, but like points deducted for being boring.
Yeah.
Oh, that is where the bar is.
I love Valheim though. Valheim was like one of my top games of all time. That was like one of those games where I kept on playing it and I kept on thinking, oh, the end is going to be soon. And it was like got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was crazy, dude. Should have been Susei no Gargantia, the game. Susei no Gargantia. Wasn't that an anime? I watched that anime. It was about robots. Yeah, I watched this anime. There's a game? The fuck is the game? I have a friend who loves Valheim, but he recently made a hot tub that had carbon monoxide issues and killed himself while soaking AFK. Wait, what? You can carbon monoxide yourself in the game? What the fuck? I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, Valheim is an excellent game, and I think, like, honestly, it shows you that, like, it's not about like how AAA your game is and shit like that. Like, Valheim was better than Far Cry 5. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, Valheim. It was an indie game. It looked a bit like this.
I like that game.
That game, it was tight. It was a good game, and you could build shit. Like this guy built a fucking castle.
Take me back to the early 90s of games.
Yeah,
things were a little bit crunchy, but I loved it.
Will I ever build a fucking castle in Valheim? No, it seems like a lot of work, but I respect the effort.
I realised my belly and my popcorn are in shot, so I waved.
Popcorn's got a distinctive smell and sound. Oh, you dropped down off some popcorn.
Yeah,
Very
that's
nice.
why.
I miss being able to build a wall out of earth in Valheim. Yeah, I kind of wish there was more games like Valheim. That's kind of what I was saying. Like, more games need to have the DayZ philosophy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going back to play DayZ. All right. Like, there was a time and place for DayZ. That time is long over. I'm surprised that people still. I'm surprised that people who've been playing it almost as long as I had been playing from like the days I played it are still playing it now, and I'm like, how? How are you still playing it, man? It's just too ancient now, bro. Like, I don't know. But then people still having a good time. Like, you know what? If you're having a good time playing DayZ, fuck it. You have a good time playing DayZ. But it's just not for me. And so, not for me anymore. I'm sure I could go back and play it and still have fun, but it's whatever. The worst part is, every time I say I'm not really interested in playing DayZ anymore, people are like, too hard for you, is it? And I'm like... So every time I'm like, oh, I'm not really interested in playing Tarkov, people are sort of like, it is quite a difficult game. I understand why not everyone wants to play it. And I'm like, that's not why. Dude. I've got 500 hours in DayZ, but that's all solo. It's better with friends. It is better with friends. I agree. Dude, it fucking winds me up when people are sort of like, it is quite a hard game. I understand why you don't play it anymore. And I'm like, I've literally played it for years. I wiped out 10-man squad solo. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. Like, yeah. And you know what I don't want to do? You know what I don't want to do desperately? Talk to people. I have to talk to people all the fucking time in my real life. I don't want to go into a game and be like, put the gun down, dude. Put the gun down. Put the gun down, dude. If you don't put the gun down, I'm gonna shoot you, bro. I'm gonna shoot you. I've got my iron sights on your head, bro. Right. Yeah, put the gun on the floor. Put the gun on the floor. All right. Right, I have nothing else to say. Do you have bandages? Would you like a bandage? I've got a bag of rice that I could give you. Yes, because I am a good guy, even though I threatened to shoot you.
Eat this rotten kiwi.
Oh, dude, I fucking hate it. You get every single fucking DayZ role player like holds someone up, makes them drop their gun, and then fucking gives them a bag of rice. I'm like, great. Remember the beast mode moment in Northeast Airfield? I don't. Yeah, but seriously, the procession to cavalry. The procession to cavalry. The procession to cavalry. I've never even heard of this game. Pilfer from pirates. Conspire with car. What the? Oh my god! What the fuck? Okay, this seems like a game that Emily would fucking like to play. What is this?
I want this so much. Oh wait, this isn't what I think it is, or is it?
Just poke him.
Fucking mood.
Stab?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! Code red!
Well. I mean, it's a masterpiece in artwork.
Mm-hmm. All hail Immortal John!
What have you done to my 4-4? I tell you, that is a beautiful game. That looks amazing.
I'll play that at some point.
Kudos to whoever made that game. That is a fantastic.
Sophie gave me free corns.
Yeah, it's very nice of her.
I'm sorry that you're anti-corn.
That's all right.
But, you know, sucks to be you.
Looking at some boobies.
It's a before and after.
Emily's looking at boobies.
No, she said she got lots of tattoos.
Emily's looking at boobies.
Pre-pandemic and now. I would show you guys. Their boobies are covered, mate.
Yeah, we get banned.
No, I'm not saying I'll show it. I'm just saying this. Emily's looking at boobies. That's unfair. I just saw, basically, things have been rolling by on my activity feed, and sometimes they're good drama. But I was just trying to see if it was good drama. But it wasn't. Well, was it? No. Not that. But there was, everyone's basically talking about how apparently Ben Shapiro's made a film. It's got like $400 million spent on it.
Oh, no.
Everyone hates it. It's made $800.
It's made $800? How much they spend on it?
400 million. This is according to Twitter, you know.
Oh, I hope it's real. I hope that is fact.
Well, it does seem to be a flop. Hang on, I like the tweet. I'll show you. If you didn't know, Ben Shapiro is making movies. His most recent cost, oh, there you go, $75 million to make. It's made $800 at the box office. His fans hate it because it's too woke.
What? Ben Shapiro? Ben Shapiro's not woke.
So
bro.
here's the thing, right? Is obviously you're always in a race to the bottom with these people.
Yes.
When you have no standards, the people who hang out with you, just get worse and worse. The more shitty you are, the more you filter people out who are decent, right? So, shockingly, he's sided with, who was the woman in The Mandalorian? Gina Carano.
Yes, Gina Carano.
Gina Carano has basically said, he said, come work with us and we'll put you in films that we're going to make and you'll be the star of conservative Daily Wire bullshit.
Okay.
Well, no one wants to watch her because she's a woman and she do punch. Ew. That's very not what the right want. So now they're all tilted because they got one legitimate celebrity.
Yeah, you've been warned,
It's
Jack.
very corny in
You've
here
been
right now.
So what are people saying about it, Em?
We can enjoy these reviews if you'd like.
Yeah.
This first one in from Let's Go Brandon. Not a joke.
God.
More woke nonsense.
1 out of 10.
Half an hour in, a bunch of nonsense. All the men give up their revolvers. All the men have stormtrooper aim. Women like Arnold in Terminator/Predator. Bullseye's weak men. Joanna Wick. Jonah Wick.
Jonah Wick, yeah.
All the firearms have no recoil, unlimited ammo. The men were rebels, aka veterans, but have IQ of a potato. How did they survive war? Boggles the mind. There's also a disgusting, disturbing scene where the teen son watches the mum feed the baby. Deeply disturbing.
Watching this movie made me realize the pattern that is forming with Daily Wire movies. They all follow strong, independent female characters. Sorry, female characters who I have to rescue the men who are incompetent or defeat the men who are evil. If I want the feminist messaging, I can go to Hollywood. They have plenty of that. This is supposed to be the Daily
Wire, a company that stands for traditional values
and against the wokeness of Hollywood. If it were one or two movies from them, I wouldn't have a problem. Hell, movies like Alien that follow strong female protagonists are some of my favorite films of all time. I just want some variety from fucking DW, Dream...
Dick Wanker.
What are they called? Daily Wire. Especially in an era where masculine men are increasingly rarer and under attack. We are 4 movies in with Daily Wire, and they are yet to make a movie that is particularly interesting.
No!
Shut In is still the high water mark for them, but even that was only okay. So yeah, strong 4 out of 10. Not good. But you voted 1 out of 10, bro.
This is a different review, baby.
Okay.
We're on our next review.
Oh my god.
P.S. I love the Daily Wire. But how the hell did this happen? Every Daily Wire movie is about a strong woman. And with this one, it's no different from a Disney movie that has an unlikable female protagonist. Who are we supposed to like? But they are making her unlikable and crazy. God, that needed punctuation. I'm rooting for Daily Wire, but come on now. PBS! Matt Walsh to the entertainment... Add Matt Walsh to the entertainment department of the Daily Wire. I know for a fact he would have made some much-needed corrections, and he made a fantastic documentary just a few weeks ago. Yeah, I'm sure Matt Walsh handmade that documentary. Oh, by the way, that's a TERF documentary, in case you guys didn't know.
So, what we're reading reviews of Ben Shapiro's movies, which cost like $70 million, and have made, thus far, in the box office, $800.
So, the tweet reads thusly. Congratulations to Gina Carano for dethroning the FIFA movie for having the funniest opening box office weekend. Terror on the Prairie. $800 fucking dollars.
Ooh.
In North America, the film was an instant box office bomb. It opened on Friday, the 5th of June. Wait, this is from June? This is from 2015?
This is old, yeah.
No, it can't be. So was this... The right is United Passions. I was going to say this was the FIFA one. I was going to say, I was like, no, because Gina Carano wasn't even doing things in 2015. Like, no, this is the one that it's replaced. So there was a FIFA movie that FIFA paid for them to make that was supposed to try and like rehabilitate FIFA's terrible public image, and it didn't. And apparently it opened on Friday 2015 and grossed $319 on its opening day from 10 theaters, and then made $288 on Saturday. It grossed only $918, the worst opening of all time for a film, opening in 8 to 15 theaters in US box office history. And yeah, this one got $804.
Oh, God. Sorry. I'm allergic to everything that's going on. Dude. Yeah. Oh, my God.
So everyone, that was the tweet that I saw, where everyone's just talking about the god-awful reviews because they all hate it as well.
Gina Carano's on Twitter, right? Let's go look. Oh, my God, dude. Has she said anything
She's probably
about
not promoting it. Yes, it's going really well. Imagine you had a big name role in Disney, in Star Wars, and you went, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it, babes. Also, I think it's so funny because... Oh, that's a Medium article.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So I also think it's so funny that Ben Shapiro is like, yes, the right wing are on your side right now because they don't like it when Disney fire people because they're right wing. And so then they're like, yeah, come work for us. But wasn't she like an MMA fighter? Wasn't that like her... So she was a fighter turned actress, right? Yeah. So she's not a very good actress because she's not been acting long, and she's basically cast because she's physically quite capable.
Yes.
Which, I mean, I'm down with because I'm tired of, like, the Joss Whedon, like, little tiny lady throwing hands. We just have to pretend like she's super strong thing. Like, I'd rather see actually strong women. in those roles. I think that's more interesting.
At the time of when she was in The Mandalorian, I liked her. I was like, you know what? I like this character, and I like what she's doing with it. And then it turns out she was a massive
I
asshole.
think the character, I think what they managed to do, what Disney did well, was they made a character that, like, suited her, you know,
Yes.
shone to her
strengths,
and sort of pulled away. Like, there was no real need for, like, a ton of on-screen charisma, because, like, I don't blame people for not naturally being instantly charismatic on screen. It can be difficult. And obviously she wasn't an extremely experienced actor, but she basically had, like, the most luck in getting that role, and, like, people generally liked her, and then she threw it away, and then what does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Her Twitter is insane, by the way. So yeah, now they're putting her in these right-wing movies, and obviously she's playing a physically dominant woman, and shockingly, the right-wing men do not like that. So what do? Make Gina Carano play characters that she can't play, or give her roles that she can play, and then have everyone hate it? Because obviously if you're casting her as the lead in your action film, she's going to be beating up some men, you know? But then she's a shitty person. She was pretty fit, though. But not anymore.
She was
Fitness reneged.
She was, yes. No, I take it back now. But in the, like, you know, in previous...
But at the time, I was like, you have my attention.
I was down. I was like,
well, I
damn.
was watching, because I didn't think that Pedro Pascal would be covered head to toe the whole time. But he was, and I had to deal with that. And Gina, you know, she was a little distraction, you know? They probably want us to play an evil witch or something. I mean, honestly. But she doesn't have, like, to play an evil witch, you need to be a top-tier theatre tart. All right? You need true camp nonsense, okay? She doesn't have that. She plays it too straight. She can't be an evil witch. It would be boring, in my opinion. She doesn't have the talent.
Apparently, chat.
Oh my god, more drama. What's this?
No. This is just a newsletter about Twitch, and so apparently TwitchCon in America might be in Las Vegas. So there's that.
No gambling.
No gambling though. Twitch suffered multiple outages this week, experiencing downtime on January 4th and 5th.
I was there, mate. I lived through it. Solidarity.
Amazon Twitch is being sued by a company claiming Twitch's video technology infringes on their patent. It seems that they're a submarine patent, which basically is they stay under. They stay underwater for a long time, and then they reveal themselves. So that the patent's from like 10 years ago, apparently, or something like that. Twitch's advertising made a minor change to say 70% of its audience is between 18 and 34, rather than saying 16 and 34.
Nice.
Twitch's head of sales in Australia and New Zealand is leaving the company, probably doing something with NFTs, as they all do.
Oh my god, they all literally leave and go to shitty NFT companies. The number of esports people I follow as well who now are like literally selling, like, here's an NFT of my fucking butt. And I'm like, no.
So the head of sales in Australia, Ricky Chanana,
Just Eggs,
is joining Just Eggs. I don't know what Just Eggs is.
Oh my god, I think it's literally eggs.
Oh. Cool.
Is it eggs?
I don't know.
Because when you went back, there was literally a jar. You know, like people buy eggs in a carton. No, it's a boring media company who've gone for an edgy name.
Yeah.
Boring.
I thought they were selling eggs. Damn.
Well, look, Just Egg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so Just Egg is eggs in a jar, can, bottle.
Really good looking eggs. Oh, okay, so this is like...
Oh, it's not even eggs! Mate, this is so confusing!
I'm so...
Okay, I've never been... I'm putting it on your screen for a second. I've never been one to be actively confused. Wait, is that Jake Gyllenhaal?
That is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Making eggs?
So...
Update though, chat. Just Eggs.
No, Just Egg.
Says it's plant-based,
no,
so it's not egg.
This is Just Egg. The media company is Just Eggs.
Yeah.
This is Just Egg.
Yeah, but why is it not egg?
It's not egg. It's made from plants.
Well, then it can't be called Just Egg. It should be everything but egg. Everything but the egg.
Can I make an oat-based milk and just call it Just Milk?
That's what I'm saying. I support egg replacement. Many people are allergic to an egg. That looks good. Okay? I didn't like that. I was plunging. I thought it was all over for me for a second.
I was dead.
But it should be just bean.
There you go. Egg. I mean, beans are kind of plant eggs.
Mate, I love this. Like, our mission statement. We went to deepest, darkest, wherever the fuck.
Parachutes.
Scunthorpe on Sea. to see where Bean comes from. Here is Bean.
That looks great.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mate, I would slay some fake egg. I like real eggs. I like fake eggs. That's cool.
That website just didn't stop, did it?
But I'm
I just kept on
really
scrolling.
confused. Yeah, they went all out on the Squarespace.
So,
What can I say?
plant-based, non-GMO. I like GMOs. They're good. No cholesterol, 5 grams of protein, no artificial
I
flavors.
don't think 5 grams of protein is very much.
It's not very much.
I don't know how much is usually in an egg, though.
70 calories. I mean, how much, what, in the entire thing?
1 egg. 1 egg's worth. Why have we fallen so deep into egg confusion?
I don't know.
What is it made of? Water, mung bean protein.
Yeah, mung bean.
It's mung beans. I do support a mung bean.
I mean, it looks good.
Look, I think...
If Jake Gyllenhaal likes it, it's good enough for me.
No, we don't see him eat it. No, look, here's what I was going to say. I personally think...
He ate it.
Oh, he did eat it. I lied. Yo, I feel really bad because, like, he said he never washes, but, like, he's really attractive.
Oh, yeah, he did say he doesn't wash.
But he's like, ew, what's washing about?
He was like, soap, not
like,
for me.
why do I want to watch him eat eggs? But I do. I want to watch.
You know he stinks, though.
But he said he doesn't wash himself. Jake, just don't lie. Just lie to me. I'll never be within sniffing distance.
It's a bit like the woman from The Good Place, who...
Yeah,
what is she?
Belle, Kristen Bell.
Yeah, they put... What did they put in their waterbed?
They put protein shake in their waterbed, and then they all slept on some rotten egg bed, and literally were like, "Oh yeah, when I come back from the gym, I just sort of wipe myself with a dry towel." And I was like, "Go to." This is the thing, though. When you are out here believing your own hype, you're genuinely like, "My sweat's not like those other poor people's sweats." Yes, it is. But yeah, I don't care if vegan food. I don't care if vegan food looks like or is trying to replicate meat food, carnivore food.
No, I don't care about that.
Loads of people are allergic to shit anyway. Eggs, loads of people are allergic to eggs.
It's better for the
egg
environment
replacement.
to have plant stuff
Yeah.
rather than animal stuff.
Options are cool, all that stuff, right? But at the same time, why is it called just eggs if it's not literally any eggs? Because if I was somebody trying to find egg replacement, I would probably go, whoa, that's definitely not for me. Because they sell eggs in jars, like, where you pour them out.
Yeah. Pre like mixed. You should call it I can't believe it's not eggs.
Now you're gonna get sued.
Or like it's not eggs. No, it's just eggs. Feel like it's not eggs.
Yeah.
So we got into some new stats, by the way, from Commander Root. Can't believe it's already 2023. Time for our quarter 4 2022 Twitch stats.
Oh.
Twitch currently has 2.9 million affiliates.
We need more affiliates. I want 3 million affiliates.
We're very close. We're like less than 2,000.
And
69,398 partners.
Yes.
Can I get a nice in the chat, please?
Unfathomable. No egg.
All having 2,578 staff accounts. There are currently more than 11.9 million emotes on Twitch.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Quarter 4 in 2022, there have been 8.6 million users who streamed at least once.
I was one of them.
41,000 of those were partners. That makes up 0.48%.
Yo, a lot of partners are still streaming. So if that's 41,000 streaming partners in the last quarter,
Yeah.
how many partners were there? There were 69,000 partners. So like more than half of partners are still actively streaming.
It seems like it. At least once. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than half.
Yeah, Mila Kunis was like, "Oh, I only wash my children when they're like visibly dirty." I'm like, you're going to give your children a fucking condition. They'll never want to get in the bath.
Or the greatest immune system of all time, either one.
Yeah, but that's what they think. But you're just covering your children in...
If you require 5 or more streams, it looks like this. So 36,500 partners streamed more than 5 times, which is still a good, like, that's half. That's half of all partners have streamed at least 5 times in quarter 4 of 2022. Then you've got 989,000 affiliates and 2.7 million plebs.
Wow, the plebs are really streaming.
With 10 or more streams, it's 33,000 partners, which is 1.4% of all streams over 10. 778,000 affiliates and 1.5 million plebs.
It's a respectable performance from the plebs.
Tipping services used. So Streamlabs is still number 1 with 31% of the market. Streamlabs at 15%. Just PayPal with 3.9%. Donation alerts at 2.14. TWIP 1. Tippy Stream, Ko-fi, Streamloots, Patreon, Toon Nation, Seneca, Cash.app, Donate Pay, Tiltify, OneUpCoin, Venmo, Cafe Cito app, OnlyFans, DesStream, Fan House, Stream Gadget X, and then that was for affiliates. Stream partners seem to overwhelmingly use Streamlabs, like 40% rather than 31%. But more partners use Streamlabs as well, with 16% rather than 15%.
Patreon, Twip. What's in the bottom? That's all this boring shit. Well, I don't even know what most of those are.
I don't know how you use OnlyFans as a tipping service on Twitch.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, that is weird.
So yeah, really interesting stuff. Like
stuff has sure happened.
Weird to think that there's the majority of streamers are still streaming. The partners are still streaming. Like I would have thought, like 80% of all partners would have like disappeared, because I know so many people who achieved partnership and never streamed again.
What that means is when we knew lots of people, there weren't that many partners.
True.
So you're right. Loads of people we know who streamed don't stream anymore. That being said, lots of people subsequently have become partners, and they're still streaming.
I did see this. I don't think.
What the fuck's a digital pound?
It's basically nothing. The government's considering introducing a digital pound. The economic secretary to the treasury has told MPs. The government has a long way down the road to establish. I mean, the currency is already digital. Like only like 3% of all money is actually physical. So like it is already digital. I don't really understand what the point of any of this is, unless they're going to phase out physical money altogether, which is definitely a thing they could do. I don't think people would want that, but like, okay.
No, people would lose their shit. Taxi drivers would start stabbing.
A public consultation on the attributes of the digital pound would be launched in the coming weeks. I want to see us establish a regime. We already have one of those. And this is within the FSMB, Financial Services and Markets Bill, currently being debated in Parliament for the wholesale use of payment purposes of stable coins. What? We're going to have a fucking...
NFT?
It's going to be...
Not NFT, it's a fucking crypto. British pound crypto. God.
Can't have it. You can't have a national crypto.
We couldn't start an app, and now we're starting a currency. We're running a cryptocurrency.
Oh my god! The fucking royal family got a rug pull.
Can you imagine? Rugged by the royals.
Oh my god.
Stablecoin means fraud to me.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Can you imagine if your government rug pulled you? Rishi Sunak is like, I've just increased my wealth exponentially.
Rugged by Rishi.
Rugged by Rishi. RBR. Where were you when Rishi rugged? Coins are so dirty. You're dirty.
Dirty. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that you can imagine boycotting businesses that don't take cash. Like, they're the ones who are paying the tax. Oh my god, the strong and stable coin. Now, this is like a complete aside, but I think it might be funny. And basically, so... Oh, fuck, I've got to fix my banana. Hang on. Oh! I can't do it now. You can see me. Oh. We're really going through it over here. Voice meter. Restart. Done. And then press this. And then do that. So apparently... something's happened to one of the M&Ms that's made them less fuckable again.
Oh.
And apparently Fox News is losing their mind about it.
Yeah, didn't that guy have like a bitch fit because one of the M&Ms didn't want to have a beer with it anymore?
I want to see how fuckable the M&Ms are.
Apparently, there's new lesbian characters. We need to run from women like the green M&M. I do not trust her. Purple M&M was added to push acceptance and inclusivity.
What?
China's coming.
The racism?
What? Yeah. That's just true. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, correct. It's just blue, dude.
Yeah. I mean, true.
I swear to God.
I'm not gonna lie. I do want to highlight though that do you know why they changed the green M&M? Do you know why?
No idea.
So, while the right were losing their fucking minds about this, the left went, this is a strange one, what's going on? The answer is, Mars, who make the M&Ms, are being sued for slavery, specifically child slavery in their production. So they said, that does not look good for us. We need to make the green M&M less fuckable, and then Fox News will lose their shit about it. That is what happened.
I did see this on Twitter today, and I want to show you guys. This is not Photoshop. This is not...
We're getting dating updates about the M&Ms! We're getting dating updates. This is the thing, is at the end of the day, we can all lose our minds about how stupid Fox News are, but Fox News are always stupid, right?
But Fox News...
They are outnumbered.
They're also very dangerous. Outnumbered.
Outnumbered by gay M&Ms.
The LGBs are outnumbering us, Em. The Great Replacement is happening.
Yeah, both ways. She's brown, too.
Oh!
You know what that means?
Oh!
Brown!
Wait, what race is green? Is that you?
Well, everything that... So what you have to understand,
Is
Fred.
that you?
Well, you have to... I go green in the winter. It's not my fault. What you have to understand is that every other normal colour, right? Red, blue, green, that's just white people, right? Because we're just normal. But the brown one, that's brown people. Because they're different. That's the fact, okay? No, it's the stupidest thing
It's
I've
like
seen in my
Carl in
life.
The Simpsons.
Yes. Why? Yeah, why was Carl...
I don't know.
Everyone else is yellow. Whatever.
I liked it in Doug. You remember Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah. The black people were purple. Made more sense.
Yeah, that does literally make more sense. It's a business tactic, sometimes known as throwing a dead cat on the table. Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone is actively confused. Everyone is like,
Yeah.
the M&Ms are sucking and fucking. They're 69 and just stop it.
And forgot all about Doug. Yeah, Doug was great. Doug was sort of like, well, we don't want to use actual real human colors, so what we'll do is this guy's purple. Or what was yeah. Honestly,
they're scissoring! Are you upset?
Fuck?
They want to replace you. China's coming for your mineral deposits while you're over here looking at green M&Ms. Do you feel validated? When I see gay M&Ms holding hands, I feel validated, you know?
I couldn't believe
I feel
it.
like, yes.
Who's the guy
finally
from Fox News who's like, he replaced Bill, but he was like an absolute little Poindexter.
Bill.
Bill from Fox News.
Good old Bill. Bill? Do you mean the guy who was like, we'll do it live?
Yeah. What's his name? Fucking
Bill O'Reilly.
I just his name is Bill personally. And
Fred's on a first name basis.
Yeah, of course. And so, who's the guy who replaced Bill O'Reilly? He's like the guy who made the thing about the M&Ms before. He's like, they're gonna make M&Ms so that you don't have a beer with them or chat them up at the bar. And I was like, what are you doing? What's going on? Tucker Carlson, yeah. Tucker Carlson. I don't know how Tucker Carlson. Why did Tucker Carlson breasts come up when I?
You gotta find out. Oh, he got angry about the prosthetic breasts or whatever. Tucker.
I typed in Tucker Carlson and it automatically autofilled, not autofilled, but gave me results for breasts. And I was like, does he have breasts?
Excuse me. Yeah.
But he lost his fucking. But I never understood how someone who so clearly is like not all there got like this like position. He's not afraid to say anything, and he's so clearly a shill. Like he's
but
like
that's the point.
Yeah.
He'll shill. He doesn't care what he says. He will say the dumbest possible things. The things that anyone with any sanity knows is complete bullshit with the straightest possible face.
No, he'll de facto go into it not giving a shit. He'll just be sort of like, yeah, man, that M&M was fit. I wanted to fuck that M&M, and now they've changed it.
Apparently, who was it who said it in chat? Mr. Vait. I never say your name out loud. I read it all the time, but I don't know how to say it. I love how Ben Shapiro lost his mind over the green M&M being less fuckable, like he didn't admit to not being able to turn his wife on. The idea that he called his wife and was like, why would a pussy be wet? Explain that to me. What disease does she have? It's a song about being turned on and having sex. It's a song about having enthusiastic sex with someone who you're having a good time with. Why would it be wet, Ben? Absolutely mind-blowing.
In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have used Doug as an example because they did everything in their power to not have black people.
Fred's like, no one was normal colors in Doug. Oh, Doug was white and everyone else. You know what they look like?
What?
They look like they've taken too much colloidal silver.
What? What? I was literally here thinking Doug wasn't Doug was like a brown or something like that, or not a brown, like a gray. And I'm like, no, Doug was normal colored and everyone else was like crazy purples. I still love Doug, man. That was a great TV show. What the fuck?
Do you not remember this guy?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Colloidal silver?
Whatever, we should do this.
What is this?
So if you take colloidal silver, which is one of the things, it's one of the things that like weird health nut people, who are like, don't have a vaccine, don't take Tamiflu, have colloidal silver.
Be Papa Smurf instead.
Yes, man turns all blue. Also, how funny is it when he smiles?
There's the before and after. So he's the only person who's ever done this?
No, it's happened to a few people. But he just got really famous because he went blue. Essentially what it does is I think the silver replaced a bunch of the hemoglobin, like the iron in his blood.
Not my heme.
And that makes you red, so that gives you a pink undertone or a red undertone. But no, he don't go on blue. But no, he's not the only person. There's also actually a group of people in Kentucky who they all went blue. If you look up like blue people Kentucky, they're like a whole real thing. But yeah, loads of people. Not Mahim!
Mahim!
Yeah. If he was green, he would die. Maybe. Alright, this looks creepier than.
This is so creepy. What the fuck?
There's a family in Kentucky who were blue. It was a classic case of oops, we're stuck in the mountains, we're doing a little incest. And then there was a recessive oops, I've gone blue gene, and they went really blue.
This is a gene?
Yeah. I can't remember the exact way that it happened.
I'm blue a dabba dee?
Dabba da, dabba dee dabba. Yeah, no. Actually, let me see if I can find what the story of the Kentucky blue people are.
So
Kentucky blue
You
people.
can fuck your sister enough that you go blue.
Well, I mean, only if you've got the recessive gene for going blue. I don't want to like. So they were called the Fugates, the blue Fugates.
That's good. Well, they're called blue before.
The family living in the hills of Kentucky started in the 19th century, or commonly known as the blue Fugates, or the blue people of Kentucky, known for being carriers of a genetic trait that led to a blood disorder, methemoglobinemia, causing their skin to go blue. It doesn't seem to be good for you. Anyway,
No.
I'm not sure why. So
It's really weird.
Martin Fugate and Elizabeth Smith, who had married and settled near Hazard, Kentucky around 1820, were both carriers of a recessive methemoglobia gene, the MET-H gene, and as a result, 4 of their 7 children exhibited blue skin, and continued reproduction within the limited local gene pool ensured that many descendants of the Fugates were born with MET-H. The disorder can cause heart abnormalities, blah, blah, blah. In 10 to 20% of people, you can get blue skin without any other symptoms, which is nice. The bluest of the blue Fugates, Luna Stacy, had 13 children and lived to be 84. And she was the bluest one.
My God.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, basically, I forgot why we're talking about going
It does
blue.
make you wonder what they felt about the fucking Eiffel 45 or whatever song.
Imagine she wasn't too worried. Imagine she wasn't like thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, it happens. A lot of like weird conditions essentially come out of like what we will call limited gene pools. Because the thing is, you may not be like, oh, I'm banging my siblings, but like cousins and cousins and cousins. You know what I mean?
That's bad. Apparently, they tried to make a film featuring someone, and the film didn't go very well. But yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, he looks cringe.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I guess they were trying to represent some local legends. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
The Andorians have chopped their antennae off and are hiding on Earth. You know what? Isn't it marvelous? There's something weird and new to learn every day.
I've expanded my mind today, chat. I feel like I've like gone up a level in sentience. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I've like advanced. You know, ding, level up.
I respect that. I will say as well, I actually saw people were making videos on TikTok about them remembering the moment that they became sentient. So the moment where they were like, what the fuck is going on around me? Like, what? And it was really funny because, like, I don't remember having that moment, but I was a really tuned in child, and I'm worried I just had it disturbingly young. Because I was literally, you remember that moment. Yeah, apparently it's quite common. People remember the moment where they actually stopped being like an NPC and started being like, why am I doing the things I'm doing? What do I want to do?
I kind of remember it. I remember
you were 4, yeah.
I remember I was standing in my bathroom, and I realized that if I closed one eye and opened the other eye, everything would move around. And I was like, oh, that's the light going into my eye. I'm literally seeing so that's I'm seeing like a overlaid image, and I was like, I'm a monkey. Like, I was literally like, I think that was my first time. Yeah, compound image. Yeah, and I was sort of like just there, and I was just sort of like, my God.
I don't think your earliest memory is the same thing, but it might be. I mean, it's not something, as I said, it's not something I personally remember. But as a child, I learned to speak really early. I was speaking like short sentences at 1. And I actually said my first word, though it didn't technically count because I didn't know what it meant. Because obviously kids babble, right? So the first word I ever actually said was tap at 6 months old.
Doesn't count.
But it doesn't count, right? So the first word I actually said was at like 9 months old, which is really weird, where I said da 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 da, and then I went from there. And people used to get scared of me because I was like creepy. Because when I was little, right, I'd be like going around Asda in the, you know, the little thing they put you in when you're a little kid. You know, the little, not the pram, because they're pushing you in the thing.
Trolley
but
thing.
you know the trolley, it's got a little like
the shopping basket for the
there's got like
the shopping cart.
The cart that's got like a little baby holder in it, and I'd be in there and I'd be like, "Mummy, we need to get bananas," and they were like, people would literally turn around to my mum and go, "Did she say that?" And she'd be like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Why the fuck is that baby like talking? That's creepy as hell." And apparently, you know, like parents will, like mums especially, will have those like mums groups that they hang out with, and like everyone had kids around the same time. So they were all talking about like, my child's saying his first word, and my mum apparently turned around and said, "Oh, Emily can do Baba Black Sheep," and they were like, "No, she can't," and she was like, "Emily, can you do Baba Black Sheep?" And I literally was like, "Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool?" And all the mums were like,
"Satan!
This child is cursed!" I did not shut it. But the problem with that is that from my perspective, I was asking questions and super interested in the world and what was going on around me. Like, from the minute I could be. Like, I used to scream until people used to pick me up and just carry me around so that I could just look at stuff.
Yeah, I didn't speak until, I think I started speaking around to like 11 months, like a year old and shit like that. But I remember apparently I was like a little shit, as my mum would say, because around 9 months old I learned to walk, and around 10 months old I was sprinting.
So you're just running from people and they're like, "Yeah!"
I had a really big head, and I could run really fast at like 10 months old, so my uncle used to call me Chucky.
I will also say that, like, I actually would be more on edge about believing this story, but my auntie, one of the ones, not like I'm related to, just like a lady that I grew up with, her son and I were born around the same time, and she was in that group, and she actually told me that story about how when my mum said I could do Baba Black Sheep, everyone was like, "Yeah, okay, sure. Right, yeah, your kid." And then I did, and everyone, apparently, because it was like all first-time mums, everybody left like, "What the fuck's wrong with my child? Yo, Timmy, we gotta learn some songs." And Timmy is like, "Beep, bap, boop," you know?
Yeah, like apparently I was a running child. Apparently up until like the age of 3, I just wouldn't stop running. I was always sprinting everywhere I went. It's funny because now I don't fucking move ever.
Oh, Peachy.
Mate, I can imagine that was like, cause if you imagine a 1-year-old,
it's creepy.
Fully talking, it's weird. Like I forget.
It's actually creepy.
I forget what a 1-year-old looks like, but then you see a 1-year-old and you're like, oh, it's a fucking baby. Like it's a full baby still. Weird.
Yeah. Fred's looking at 1-year-olds and he's like, "They're small."
That's
yeah, Fred's running with his head dragging behind him in the wind resistance. Literally.
Thinks back to when my 4-year-old was a baby. I mourn those memories.
I actually do feel bad for parents because on one hand you're like, "Please grow up. I need to do less for you," and at the same time you're like, "Oh, I'll never get this exact thing again." Do you know what I mean? It's difficult.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that having a kid is definitely one of those things that makes you realize how fleeting everything is and shit like that.
Oh my god, I did that, Posh Cat. I did that. When they start telling you things that you can't see.
Oh yeah,
I was the creepy child.
I think I used to. I personally think I used to fuck with my parents because I used to see. I would like. I was a very like nosy kid. I still am very nosy. It's kind of like how I became a streamer because I was sort of like, how'd you do that? And I used to like see stuff, and I used to be able to be like, oh, there's a school around here. And then my mum would be like, no, it's not. And then we'd drive around the corner and it'd be a school. And then she used to say that as if I was like reborn from a previous life. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I just saw it was fucking with me. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I was just a little shit who was sort of like, hey, I know there's a school around here, and they didn't see it.
Scotty, the White Tornado would be like a great wrestling name.
The White Tornado.
Talking with a whole posh accent at 0 years, literally. My family, so my family have this really weird thing. Not the Italian side, they don't know the fuck, like they got no idea. But the English side are obsessed with being perceived as more well off than they were. So like, when my great grandma, who I like grew up with, was obsessed with everyone thinking that she was basically the Queen Mother, but like she was like hella broke and only got a nice house when she was old because her ex-husband died and left it to my grandma, so they both moved into it together, right? So she just banged a wealthy guy, right? But her brothers were in like the workhouse because like that shit wasn't actually that long ago. So it's really funny because my family have that. Do you guys remember there was like a 90s British TV show called Keeping Up Appearances?
Yes.
And there's that woman who was like called Mrs. Bucket, but she insisted it was Mrs. Bouquet. It's Bouquet, darling. And every time she entered the house, it was like, Lady of the House speaking. That's literally how my grandparents were. Hyacinth Bouquet. Like, that's literally what she was like, but it's actually Hyacinth Bucket. Yeah. Childhood amnesia, yeah, it's interesting. Like, it's interesting how much and little you can remember.
Yeah, I don't remember fucking anything. And then everyone's sort of like, not remembering your childhood is a result of trauma. And I'm like, thanks,
yeah.
Really needed that. But yeah, I didn't have the best childhood, and I can't remember any of it, so it's fine.
Yeah, bad news is like parts of your brain does remember, but the upfront bit's like, just don't think about it, do not. Yeah, making friends with a feral cat who wouldn't approach anyone else. I named him Toe, which made sense to me at the time. I love it. That's beautiful. Sophie was like, I think Sophie didn't get sentience for quite a while. She was mental.
She got it around last year.
She was mental in the best way. Like, no, she like would make words up and then be like adamant about them. So if you so she didn't like our hairdresser that we had as a kid, right? This guy who used to come around, friend of my dad's, cut her hair. And his name was Vince. And she didn't like him because he was too fluffy and festy. He's too fluffy and he's too festy. But no one knows what the fuck fluffy and festy is. She couldn't explain. So she'd be like screaming at the top of the stairs that he's fluffy and festy. And I was like, she was still in NPC mode, 100%. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. Whereas like, the thing is, though, I don't know if it could, like, be connected, but I had, like, a really bad birth, like, super traumatic, I nearly died. I was born with a huge dent in my head. My mum nearly died, hemorrhaging, 24 hours of very bad stuff, like, not good. And I think that potentially, yeah, it was, like, super bad. Yeah, I was an emergency cesarean because, like, death. Yeah, so...
We both had bad births.
No, you had bad pregnancy.
Oh yeah, true.
I had normal pregnancy and then like death, very nearly died. So I don't know if that could have affected it, but like I think that it kind of did, because I think that like being born, like, and everything being very traumatic, right, and being like it being really bad, I think it put me on like high alert. So I definitely feel like I went into like growing up, like experiencing early childhood very much like the sky could fall at any moment.
You were born pre-traumatized.
Yeah, dude, I was born squashed flat. The dent in my head was so big that my dad could put his finger in it and it would be flush. And I was a newborn. Thank God for those plastic brains.
Got some chunky sausage fingers.
Yeah, my dad's a fucking mechanic. That finger is like is big.
A photo of me in nothing but a diaper over the cat somewhere. Cute.
Yes, that's so cute.
The reason why I was laughing over there is because it's my favourite thing to tell people. It's not my favourite thing, but I love seeing people's reaction when I tell them I'm an abortion survivor.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up.
Because I actually was supposed to be aborted.
And they lost the paperwork.
And then, so they...
No, but this is what's so fucked up about it.
On Friday, my mum went for a hospital appointment on Friday. The doctor then determined I was to be aborted because my mum had a cyst the same size as my head pressed up against my head in the womb.
Yeah.
And so
his mum had an ovarian cyst that's like absolutely gigantic, right? Which she'd never been noticed before. So she gets pregnant, goes to have a scan, like has had 2 other perfectly healthy children, goes to have a scan with Fred, and they're like, yo, this cyst could rupture like any time.
It will take both of you out.
It will take both of you out, right? So
on the Friday, the doctor goes, right, let's put in the paperwork. We're gonna get you send you over for an abortion, and then we're gonna try again if you want to.
And we're gonna have to have surgery to remove the cyst.
So my mum goes back on Monday, and subsequently they've lost the paperwork to get the abortion, so it's just gone, right? It ended up in some bin somewhere, and my mum's like, "Oh, what do we do?" So and the doctor looks at the clipboard, looks at the clipboard, and goes, "Well, I can't do it now because it's past the statute of limitations. Like, I no longer am legally allowed
to do it.
If I could have done it yesterday, would have been fine. But you're too far along now. I can't put in an abortion order anymore."
Yeah.
So
the crazy thing about that, actually, this is like trigger warning for gross story. So obviously, Fred's mom now has to be on bed rest for the rest of the pregnancy to not aggravate the cyst and have them both die. Right? So then what they had to do was... This is so gross, I actually don't want to tell the story. When Fred told me, I was corrupted mentally. To put less pressure on it, partially cut open, essentially along a bit above where you'd have a cesarean.
They said it was hip to hip.
Yeah, but the line of where you have a cesarean is hip to hip, but it's under your belly.
Yeah.
So it's a little above that, right? And then packed it with like iodine
and gauze. Yeah.
And then left her in bed for 3 months.
With an open wound.
And Fred's dad had to repack the wound and re-iodine the whole site.
3 times a day.
Until he was born.
Yep.
What? I was literally... Fred told me that and I was like... What? So yeah, Fred is technically... But like, you're both incredibly lucky still to be here. To be honest, so is me and my mum. Yeah. In a worst case scenario, if my mum had like a home birth or something, I'd be dead. She'd be dead. It would be bad.
I was always under the impression that I came out the sunroof, right? Because basically, I'm like, oh, if the door's open, use that. You know what I mean? I didn't back then. I didn't realize how crazy cesarean births were.
Yeah, you kind of think it's like, oh, a little nick, and then it comes back. It's like, no, there's organs, there's layers, there's adipose tissue.
I thought it was literally just sort of like, yeet, grab me by the feet and pull me out through the stomach. No, it's a much bigger job. And so I was actually born normally, but I didn't know that until like I was with Emily, and we were sitting in my mum's room and we were talking about it.
Yeah, and your mum was like, oh, no, you were born naturally, and Fred was like...
I was like, I was?
Yeah, fucking psycho, mate.
With a fucking open wound, and my mum's like, hurt! I'm like...
Look, you're a third. Sometimes they slide out quickly, all right? It's the first 2, a nightmare, all right?
Yeah.
That's
Apparently,
stressful.
I was very quick though. I was like a 3-hour jobber.
That's what we're looking for. Just shuttle that thing out, bang.
Yeah.
No.
Out the sunroof. Yeah, cesarean, isn't it? But yeah, I for my entire life I thought I was born cesarean. Then I was like, with me and Em, I was like 29, around my mum's house, and she was like, "No, you're born normally," and I was like, "What?
Are you mad, woman?
I'm nearly 30, mother. You could have told me sooner."
It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. Well, that was a weird story to end on. Do we have anything else we want to end on before we actually end?
No, I have nothing else to talk
My
about.
stomach just made like the loudest possible
I
noise.
heard that.
So
I thought you farted.
Wow! No, that was my stomach. It just went like
to me, I didn't say anything, and nor did I react. I was sort of like, let that one slide. No, we've spoken about a lot of things today. We didn't play a game today. We'll probably
we'll play something really good
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
think of some stuff. Maybe we'll try some Valheim again.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. We have so much stuff on the content docket. I feel like we didn't even touch it. Did you know that Lee Ryan from the band Blue has just been convicted of racially aggravated assault? And it was really bad because he drank an entire bottle of port. And also said that he couldn't...
Couldn't what?
He couldn't be racist because Simon, who's black, was in the band Blue. Did you know that Demi Lovato's new album cover for her record Holy Fuck has been banned in the UK?
Holy fuck? Not holy fuck.
Scarface. Destroy him, giant child.
You know, I'd like for you to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that kid's got it. That kid's got things figured out.
I've got a booking.com listing that apparently holds 58 people, and Sophie thinks maybe had a cult in it.
Well, let's look at that real quick. Rather than ending on
rather than ending on weird birth stories.
On abortion survivor. Let's chat. Do you want to see? So we went to Portugal late last year, like September last year, with all of our friends. It was for 5 days. It was a good fucking time. We are planning a new one, and we want to go to like Tenerife or Spain or somewhere, right? So we're looking around. We might go to the same place, but we want to look for somewhere that's a little bit closer to town, maybe. And so Sophie has found via Booking.com a Finca El Arroyo Villa Privada.
Excellent.
Perfect pronunciation.
So we're obviously looking for places that can hold like 20 plus people. And I haven't looked at this place, but Sophie said it's completely insane. So it can hold 58 people.
Really?
Which on its own is insane, right?
Recommended for 20 adults.
So if you look, 1 double bed, 8 single beds, 4 single beds, 20 single beds, and 5 double beds. And then a sofa bed.
5 double beds in one room?
Well, yeah, but that's all one room. That's bedroom 5. 20 single.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize that was one bedroom.
Yeah.
All right. So this is it's
So let's see
8,000.
it.
It's a lot of money. And I haven't got 50 friends. So.
No, I mean, we're not going to stay here. I think it's just like, what the fuck is this property?
That is the orgy room. All right. So
Okay.
pretty normal thus far.
Yeah. Wow, that's so many beds. And there's no air conditioning, so it's just a window and a fan.
Yeah, that's old school, bro.
Okay. This is so weird.
Yeah.
There's a Christmas tree in the corner as well.
But there's stairs with no
But, like,
banister.
what? Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, up to... Wait, so is that a mezzanine also with no banister?
I don't know.
That's very...
This isn't the mezzanine. I think maybe it goes off around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there's a cat though. What is that? You're in the garage. Look! There's scrolly doors.
Fuck.
And perceivably no lights.
The pool looks fun.
Yeah. Is that a slide? What's happening
But
there?
it's a bridge.
Does look fun. Doesn't look clean, but it looks fun. This is so weird.
Oh, it's steps. That's weird. Okay, cool.
No, they're not blinds. They're literally like garage doors.
Yeah, it look.
Look, it's a garage.
Oh,
Those
no,
are garage doors.
But that's glass. I can see glass here.
Oh.
So I think
do
it
you
is
think
blinds.
those are blinds? But then why is it sunk? Okay, so why are the beds so high?
I think we're on the top bunk, maybe? Because there's the AC unit right here.
This is really weird. Okay.
So, okay.
I like that. You could roll over and just be in somebody else's bed.
Yeah. The beds are on the floor. The police have arrived.
We're being raided. This is... What is that? What is that? Like, they've given us a picture of it, but it's just a walkway leading to a single cupboard. Like, what is it?
That's the initiation room. You got the little tank here that you spray yourself down when you come
Hey,
out.
what discount swingers hostel is this? It's not
my
good.
God,
Oh,
the
Thermopylae.
subterranean Thermopylae.
Yeah.
For Thermopylae.
Can you imagine how much you'd hit your head, though? Death! That's bad.
All the fake grasses weird me out, too.
Yeah. And like the stolen bar furniture. This is very, very strange.
This is odd. It's odd.
And is it all in that building?
I think it might be.
The
That's
unification ceremony.
50 people in...
And that's the kitchen. 2 ovens and 2 hobs.
Two
for
old
50
ass.
people.
Oh no, look, you got more. You got oven.
I think there's a microwaves, aren't they?
I don't. Well, they can't all be microwaves. Surely, there's got to be an oven. That's an oven.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll accept it. Yeah.
Type 1 if you want us to plan a mug meet up here.
Mug holiday.
So, okay.
97% of that furniture is
£8,323 divided by 58. Cheap.
It's expensive.
Cheap.
To all sleep next to each other. Can you imagine the sleep? We need a sleep apnea room for the really bad snorers.
So we've got 10,000.
Sorry, I'm washing my hair.
Featuring an outdoor swimming pool, a garden, and a terrace, Finca El Aurora Villa Privada provides accommodation in Grandilla de Abona with free Wi-Fi. A boner. And garden views. This property offers a private pool and free private parking. This 5-bedroom villa will provide you with a flat screen TV, air conditioning, and a living room. The accommodation is equipped with a kitchen.
Could you possibly fit everyone in there in the living room?
No, there's no
Because like
way.
it's all well and good to have all these places to sleep, but after you've slept, where do you go? Oh my god, are there reviews?
Oh my god, reviews. There must be reviews, right?
No, I guess no one has ever booked it. Maybe if
Wait.
I put it...
Oh.
I think they consider that a 4-star.
Via some sort of like weird algorithm.
Algorithm has said, oh, look how big it is. Hang on, if I put it on this screen for a second, Google the whole place and see if anyone has ever listed it anywhere. Oh, hotel.com? No, maybe?
Yes, it looks like. Is this the same place?
It's a whole different set of pictures. Wait, that one shows a toilet. At least I wonder how many toilets there are.
I think this is the same place.
Oh my god, there's a chicken.
Chickens.
It looks mental.
This is the same place.
Does it have any reviews?
No.
I think they've just listed it everywhere. But why is it like that?
I couldn't say.
Like, why is it like that? Who did this?
Well, this place says it has.
Did it have a cult in it?
It says it has reviews. It's like on the Google result. They got 6 votes.
Yeah, I guess the votes don't mean that they wrote anything, though.
Maybe not. I guess.
58 people, 2 toilets. Look, you're uphill. If you just aim it downhill, okay?
Don't miss. Siam Park is a 28-kilometer from the farm stay.
Oh my god, it was a farm?
It's miles
maybe
away.
Maybe people were like working on there, and they were just making you sleep in it. Because it is miles from everything. Yeah, there's like no reviews for it. But it's so weird.
It's really weird. It's really weird. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. So maybe I can get some reviews. Hang on.
Wait, but were those not reviews?
They were, but it was in the wrong language.
Yeah, that's okay. We can Google Translate it.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll just
I'll take what we can get.
So it's got 7 reviews. Bien.
Which is good.
Okay.
Was an enjoyable stay. I'd definitely go again.
The finca is settled in a beautiful garden valley surrounding. Staff is always around and very friendly and caring. The hostel-type atmosphere makes you feel welcome. Rooms come with private or shared bathrooms.
So I guess people have been... He evicted me after I spent the night in hospital for a suspected heart attack. Oh, Nigel, no! Okay, so these are all in foreign.
These are all German.
Foreign, mate.
Yeah, foreign.
Other fucking languages.
Let me see if I can Google Translate
this one's muy bien, so that means very good.
I can click on
Poor Nigel got evicted for having a heart attack.
Mate, Nigel, he had a bad...
They were like, no dying here. It will be expensive to get rid of you.
So someone else said... The accommodation is a living, housing, social and cultural project with international guests. There are various accommodation options, nice and accommodating hosts, a bit chaotic under certain circumstances, but extraordinary and endearing, rather unsuitable for people with restricted mobility, as there are no aids due to the local geographical location.
Fair.
So it's like an experiment.
But there was one other which looked like it was a really bad review.
Oh, hang on.
That was not in English. It's so weird, though. That one, I think.
This one?
No, the one above, the 4.
It's got a smiley face, so...
Yeah, but it says disappointante or something. So somebody else... I mean, I feel really bad for Nigel, to be honest. That's German, babe. 100%.
Hey.
Hey,
How are you? Thank you for the resub.
Thank
You're
you
a
very
legend.
much.
The facility was exceptional, but not maintained. There was no information about that you were the sole provider. Luckily, I had water with me, breakfast, half an hour walk to the next village. I'm not gonna lie though, you booked that and you thought I was gonna get meals. I mean, I am surprised you're not gonna get water.
Dude, it's
like that. Saying I got there and there was no water is a bit of a push.
a bit of a weird one.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to be going there.
That was a good one to end on. Just end on a little cult place. That's fun. Chat, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try my best to start a little bit of a more reasonable time tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Probably around 4 or 5. So look forward to that. But let's play the outro music. Let's listen for it. It's beautiful.
We got new videos going up on Family Clips nearly every day.
Every day.
Every day for it is. I said nearly every day. It depends when we got a good clip. But if you would like to see some lovely moments from the stream and us talking about lots of interesting topics, those are all clipped in their entirety over there. So check those out. Yep. Also, we uploaded a new video on the Fremley YouTube channel, and there will be another coming soon. So that's like the full Fremley experience.
Very fucking exciting. I want to work on a lot of stream stuff tonight, chat. So basically, tomorrow should be good to go. Might play some more. We'll talk about it, but we could play some more Valheim. Definitely some Valheim on the horizon. Some more World of Warcraft on the horizon. Basically, I think because there's no super great games out right now, we should just bed in with like a game that we know that we're gonna like. This is WoW or Valheim.
Those are both good. Well,
but chat, I love you. Smooch.
See you all tomorrow. Bye.